Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the hosts of the SWA Happy Hour, Dom and Chris.
Hey now.
Hey there.
What's going on, Mr. Lane?
Hey, I don't know. Let's play another video for a second.
Okay, that's what I thought we were doing.
Yeah, well, I gotta do it.
Do future, but we could not heal the pain. I am staring at the sun. Time passed between us when I look beyond.
Well, how about that?
Hola.
What's going on, dude?
Not much. How you doing?
Yeah, can't complain, cannot complain. I'm here, right?
Absolutely.
That's saying more than usual.
Well, hey, you had major surgery and
Action Nacho. What's going on, dude? Everybody, Axe next Saturday.
his
Big birthday bash, open mic over at Axe Channel. Everyone who's anybody is going to be there.
Gonna be there. I promised him we'd be there. So we gonna.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the reason why I chose those two songs for opening videos, because we got some live mic stuff to talk about later tonight. But
Do we? We have things to talk about.
we do. We have things to
Everyone likes my
discuss.
scarf.
Yeah, that's nice, right?
My wife just pointed out it's hers.
Oh, well. Yeah, but it
First one I grabbed.
but it looks good on you.
Yeah, it's so you don't have to see the bandages.
Yes.
Be all
That's
messed up.
kind of a nice
Because
look.
if I didn't have the bandage, then I'd obviously not wear it so you can see the gashes.
The giant surgical scars. Now, did they use stitches or staples?
Stitches, the kind that, so it's like stitches and it's got like this membrane, like tape over the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's like, first the tape will go and then the stitches will start to dissolve.
See? All
But,
right.
oh, thank you, Michael Songs. Ooh, I got a fashion thumbs up from Michael Songs.
Well,
That's
there
saying
you
a
go.
lot.
You're doing
That's
well.
saying a lot.
Yeah, I put on my formal black T-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, you must be going out to eat after this because this one has sleeves.
Well, it's cold here, actually.
Oh, so you got a little chill.
Yeah, it's about 30 right now. So, yeah.
I'd like to point out to everyone, look at our moving little background.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
It's beautiful.
Getting
We are
all
getting so
fancy
fancy. Yeah, very fancy.
La ta da. We had Grey Poupon with dinner. Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Cheers.
really- Well, why don't we say hi to everybody in the chat?
Yes, let's say hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Hello.
I'm leaving.
All right.
Nah.
Yeah, Dom's out.
So let's go in reverse order.
Okay.
We'll take turns. So we have the real Justin Kirkpatrick.
All
Hello there.
right. Yep. Michael Songs.
Michael of Michael Songs, and then we have Martha Moser. It is good to see you, my lady.
Martha.
Martha.
Indeed. Abe the Band has joined us. I
Abe
was
the band.
enjoying your new song that I caught on TC's show last night. Abe, great tune, man. He's got a new album out, man. It's got good stuff on it.
Awesome. I have not
Okay.
checked it out yet, but I will.
Yeah.
Oh, someone just said hi. Oh, Mix Club. Brett's here.
Good to see you.
What's going on, dude? We
Mr.
can't forget
Smith. From the
Mr.
UK.
Smith. What is going on, my friend?
Love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Sure there is. He could do something about that.
Well, he could, but he'd be tough.
Oh, he's a big sweetheart.
He is a sweetie. And there's
Mm-hmm.
our friend Chad, Mr. Freeman.
What's going on, chatters? And we're all screwed up. And huge Caldwell is here this evening. I think he put out like 7 new videos today.
Yeah, approximately.
Approximately about that, yeah.
Yeah, it might be an exciting. It might only be 5.
Yeah, it could be only 5
It
today.
could be. But Pole Vault's here. I know he put out 7 videos.
Yeah.
Today.
You think?
Yeah.
If there is ever a day that, like a day where either Hugh, Pole Vault, or Son of Snake doesn't put out a song,
Yeah.
the world is about to end.
Or JDL.
Or JDL, yes.
Yeah. That's when we'll know. If we don't get anything
yeah.
from any of those artists, we know
Oh yeah, we got big problems now.
we got big problems. It's
Mm-hmm.
all over. Lord Sprite Protein. Always
Sprite.
a pleasure
Hey,
to have
Sprite.
you here, sir.
What's
Colorful
up,
Energy
LSP?
from Canada is here. Hi, Colorful Energy. Good to see you.
She was very cool on the jammies.
She was awesome on the
Doing
jammies. We'll
her
have to talk
award.
about the jammies a little bit.
Yes, we will.
That was fun. All right. Who else? I know we're missing a couple people.
Well, we mentioned Axe, but we didn't say hi to Axe. So hello, Axe and
Hi,
Nacho.
Axe. And or Nacho.
Another Canadian, Chris.
That's true.
There's many of them.
Running the place.
They are. They're really taking
Our
over.
borders aren't secure on the north or the south. There we go. Tom Purcell. There, I knew Tom was here. So there's another person. We're
Hey,
saying hi
Tom
to.
and Kurt.
Aloha. Oh, Kurt's
Yeah,
here.
Kurt.
We said hi to Justine, and we got Kurt too. So they're kind of they're a package deal, kind of like Michael and Maria.
Oh, cool. Oh, hold on there. You have your own art on Fremont Street, Martha? That's fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is really cool. Congratulations.
I
That must
haven't been
feel
to
good.
Vegas in a while, but I'll remember that.
That is great. You don't have to chat. It's all right there, Smitty.
Well, and that's cool because if Martha's around later, and if you got to bail because it gets late there, I might discuss the creative process a little bit, and it's perfect for. I mean, Martha's a vocalist and a musician, in addition to being an artist. So, and this, not everyone in the chat is a musician, but some of the people in the chat are also artists or are artists instead of. And the creative process is something to talk about. So, hey, there's Conspiracy Music. Hey, Clay.
What's going on, Clay? It's Clay, eh?
It's Clay.
Hey,
eh?
Clay.
Yeah, we can pretend to be Canadian, eh? And we're all about it.
I don't think I could ever be that polite.
Yeah, that would be.
It would not work on me. Like, people like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
We like him, but something's wrong.
Yeah, what's happened? What have you done with Dom? Have the aliens abducted you? Yep. Indeed.
So, you know what? My wife went out early tonight. Well, I mean, going out at our age, she was home by 8:30.
Yeah, well, right.
That's going out. But anyway, so it was just me and my guys. And what a masculine evening we had. We got McDonald's for dinner, and we watched Gran Turismo,
Okay.
movie about a kid who, does nothing but play racing games. And it's like a true story that Nissan sponsors a thing. They have competitions all over the world, and they take the best virtual drivers from each one, and 10 of them go to a training school, and one of them becomes a real race car driver who goes on to win Le Mans.
Wow.
So
Wow.
really cool story. And you can imagine my kids. So let us play our video games. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Well,
funny.
again, yeah. That'll happen. But
Yeah.
you
Total
know,
guy night. That was good.
dream big. Well, that does
hmm
sound like a total dude night.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Hey,
Motorsports
what's
and
going on there,
McDonald's.
Zim? Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they wanted. So,
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Cool. Well, and that game stuff is a big deal. I mean, that's what pole vault does in real life is sets
right.
up these huge gaming tournaments.
hmm
It's a real thing.
Yeah, I would just like, I was talking about it with my kids. I would like to tell them about, like, sure, but it's as hard, to make it there as it is to do anything else either, so.
Oh, well, it's funny because I was reading about, some of these guys,
Hey, hey,
and,
Feisty,
they've got
Tony.
professional athletes have a life, right? You can only play sports for so long. Like, and Tom Brady was kind of an exception, played into his 40s and everything. But
hmm
I guess these gaming kids, they get to be 28, 29, they're done. They just don't have the reaction time and
But
they're
that I
out.
was, yeah. Matter of fact, after that, my kids were like playing a game. So I was playing a game. Been playing this game since I've got sick. Well, I'm sick, called The Witcher, The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal. Just love it. And I'm doing this one battle and getting my ass kicked. My son defeats the guy on his second attempt after never playing the game before
Oh, that's
and
so
is
irritating.
talking smack to me, boy. Talking
Yeah.
such smack to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's true. You just don't have the reaction time of a younger lad.
No, well, my kids were here, and they were doing video games when I was in my 40s. So, yeah,
Mhm.
I had nothing. But I could still whip their ass in my 40s.
Well,
I
that's
couldn't
what I
play
did.
games, but I had the physical, and
Yeah,
I could knock them around
that
the room.
that's what I wound up doing. He was
Yeah.
talking smack, so I punched my 10-year-old in the face. Go, fuck you! No,
There you go.
I'll clean up the blood. No,
You need to learn.
I did not hit him. I did not hit him.
But don't you wish, like, Axe, I was watching Axe show last night, and he had a bit of a troll on. And don't you wish that there was a way when somebody really did get out of control that you could reach through the computer and punch them in the face? It just would
Yeah,
make things a
sure.
little more polite, right?
I
was that-
guess it would.
That fear of, just your.
I mean,
virtual
what I
fist
would
through.
rather be able to do than that is to be able, to send some kind of hack, through the computer network that only infected their computer, and
would
it
be
showed
nice.
did nothing but it just showed nothing but pictures of penises all day, except don't do that to Jade. She was like, thank you.
Appreciate more.
Yeah,
Yeah, got to know your audience, right?
right.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, I'd rather do that than actually punch him in
Yeah,
the face.
but it was
because
notable
I'd
because we
probably
have-
hurt something. I'd get a good shot, but I'd throw out the other arm.
Yeah,
Or who
that's
knows? Who knows what would happen?
Yeah. But it was notable because we have so little of that trollish stuff as a rule.
Mm-hmm. Who is the troll? I don't remember.
It was a weird, I don't know, like an acronym that I couldn't tell you.
I have had one once, and I tell you, it sucks.
Yeah.
It really does. Like I had one personally following me
Yeah.
to from channel to channel, and you do feel totally alone.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's it's cyberbullying.
Yeah, I think Abe was in one of them, and he said something. I think.
Yeah. Well, development of Void was sparring with this guy. Axe, total pro that he is, he did his show and but again, you can't if you're a solo like Axe was doing last night, you can't run your show and play the songs and watch your chat. That's
Yeah.
just,
Mhm.
that's rubbing your head and patting your belly.
Well, unless
and
you're
standing with
Valerie.
one foot.
Unless you're Valerie Bot.
Well, there are
She was
exceptions
doing.
to every rule.
She was doing. Was it wood etching or metal etching? And talking to everyone as she was doing it.
I would have burned my fingers off.
You are a troll, Chad. Chad the troll. Yeah, if you're what's his name? Who the hell's what the hell's his name? He was in 3 movies. God, what was the character's name?
You got to help me out. You got to give me more than
It was a cartoon character.
cartoon character that was in 3 movies.
And I think they were named after him.
Mickey Mouse. I mean,
No,
what?
Mickey Mouse is not a fucking troll. He was a troll.
Oh, you're Shrek.
Shrek. Yeah.
No,
He wasn't a troll?
Shrek was an ogre.
Oh,
for
right.
fuck's sakes.
I don't play
Know
World
your
of
ogres
Warcraft.
from your trolls.
I don't
Good
play World of
Lord.
Warcraft. I don't know.
Again, you don't know, can't tell the difference between a gnome and a leprechaun. I bet. Come on, man.
Leprechauns are usually drunk.
True. Yes, Shrek. Donkey.
Inspector Gadget. I totally dug.
There you go. Oops, I missed it. All right. Hey, Secret Legacy.
Secret Legacy. How are you?
Been joining us on the show lately. It's good to have you.
Very nice to have you.
Yeah. Oh, hey, here's another newcomer that we did. Tales Told in the
Tales
Dark.
Told in the Dark.
How
That's some
are
very
ya?
spooky.
Seen you on some streams. Welcome to our show. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
For you new folks, remember this is the Seinfeld of music community shows. This is a show about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We have no agenda. The conversation goes where the chat takes us and whatever is happening in the. So that's what
Yeah.
it is.
And we say that so if it's a sucky show, we can just turn around and blame it on you guys and still feel good about ourselves.
That's right.
It's like, man, those were some losers in chat
Yeah.
tonight. You gave us nothing.
They gave us nothing to work with. What
Nothing.
the hell was their problem?
As my grandma would say, we got oogats.
Ooh, gods, huh? Yeah. All right. See, it was Chad. Yep. Chad doing Chad things. Indeed. So, take a second. Obviously, you're here
I
at
am
the
here.
show, at the beginning of the show. You're looking good. Your neck is straight. How you feeling, man?
All right. Well, you've been every other day. One day, I'm hey, Chris, I feel good. Chris, I think something's wrong. I don't feel good.
Yeah.
So it's, you don't realize, as soon as they say you can leave the hospital, you just think everything's okay. I'm done,
Yeah.
and you don't realize like the real toll it takes on you. And so, yeah, I've been for the most part pretty good. Freaking out a little because now the other side hurts.
Yeah.
But I think it's just from. For 3 months, I was kind of stuck like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's getting stretched out. And
Now it's getting
normalized again.
stretched out and it's hurting now. So
Yeah, exactly. Well,
You
and
know-
Dom and I were talking about this offline, and some of you guys may have experienced it. When you have major surgery like this, you think, okay, like you said, I'm out of the hospital. It's good, but it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Every days, you'll have a step forward, and then the next day, half a step back.
pretty much, yeah.
You're going
pretty much.
forward, but you're jacked up for a long time, and you're not okay overnight.
Yeah, well, what I finally realized is that it doesn't make a difference what I do. At some point in the day, just being awake starts to hurt,
Yeah.
So I think that's what saved me. I was going off of the cliff the other day, and I was like, I don't know. I was just totally, especially when you're focusing on something.
Yes.
And then I took a nap, and I felt up. I felt up. Who'd I feel up? I don't know. Whoever's next to me. Woke up and felt good again, and I started, doing my day the best I could. And then about 5-6 hours later, same pains back. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much how it's been going. What's the sign behind me, you ask?
Well, we're gonna talk.
Yeah,
about
we're going to
that.
talk about that.
But this is a sneak preview. Yeah, we've got some exciting news.
So many exciting things.
Many exciting things. So, but yeah, it's good to, you take a step forward. I had that after I worked out yesterday. I'm down in my office and the cat's up on my chest.
I'd feel a pole vault. I like.
God, my chest hurts, and I'm like, well, I know this is not a heart attack, but it was just because I was doing a boxing workout. And I kind of, I was really twisting and firing. And, once the cat got off my chest, then it felt a little bit better. But, then you overthink these things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the dog actually called the ASPCA on him. But
Doug's like, I don't play that way.
yeah, hey, dude.
We're close, but
Yeah.
keep your hand off my shit.
I'm your best friend and everything, but I got limits,
Unless you got some peanut butter,
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with you.
Wow.
Big dumb dog. He's the dumbest dog in the world. God, I love him.
Yeah. Well, that's what's cool about dogs is, they're dumb as hell and they're loyal and they're great
Oh, God,
companions,
he's,
and
yeah.
They're fantastic.
I told you, I hired a dog walker.
Well, which
had
makes
to.
sense because you can't
Yeah,
have that
you know.
big dog jacking your neck around.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't walk them. And, my wife, she's like, oh, I'll find time to walk them. I'm like, you got 2 kids and you got a limptic husband at home. You have to you're the one going to work,
Yeah.
going shop. I can't even leave my house, like I can't drive yet because
Yeah.
I can't really turn. Hopefully on the 15th I go back. And I hope then I'll at least get clearance and stuff to maybe, start working again. Well, I mean, although I've been working from home and I kind of like it.
Yeah, well, and that's fine. I get that. But yeah, they damn sure don't want you out driving around if somebody hits you from behind. It's like,
Yeah.
I just spent 6 hours fixing your neck and now we
Yeah.
got to do it again.
No, 100%. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Peanut butter palooza. Just me and a bunch of my dogs. Hey, Falcon Palooza, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good to see you, Al. Well,
That's funny shit.
all good. Well, open the show with that was me playing the Vince Janella benefit that was on Metalhead Hippies channel.
You're so chippy. Did you see that video of? I'm sorry to interrupt. Of hippie like walking down those rocks. I'm like, I don't think I could do that with both my legs.
Well, there's the thing. Hippie's a badass. Don't kid yourself. I mean, you listen
I was
closely
impressed
to
by
the
that.
things he's done in his life. He's, and he's like, okay, yeah, I'm missing a leg, but I want to go places. I want to do things. So that's what I do.
Kettlehead Chippy. That'd be funny. Be like a potato chip with crutches. They call me Kettlehead Chippy in a bandana.
Kettlehead Chippy. Yep. Trying to speak too fast. But yeah, it was a great show. Raised $1,100.
Oh, that's great.
For Wendy Janella's charity there, which was a mobility. It's a charity that, or a rehab place that she worked with. She had an MS and got her moving and walking and to the point where most people didn't actually realize she had MS. So, fantastic outfit, and that's what she wanted to do is have money donated to them, and so I was happy to be a part of that. It was Al played on it. Al was great, and Heather
that was
both.
great.
Heather sang with Al, was fantastic.
Yeah, I was sorry I missed that.
Yeah,
I
well,
missed it.
obviously you were. That was the day. I guess
The day
after.
the day after.
So yeah,
Mm.
obviously you weren't.
Obviously, yeah.
but
But still,
yeah.
I was sorry. All these cool things come up, and I'm like, oh, I want to do them.
Yeah, well,
Well, I told you the one side effect, even though I should have known, I didn't really think about. So I've been picking up a guitar. I've been playing. I made a song. I think Folk Punk's going to sing it.
yeah,
I cannot sing.
yes. Well,
It's,
again,
I mean, the scars go right across my neck.
Yeah.
It's like the weird. So the operate on my spine. If it's your upper spine, they go through your neck. If it's your lower spine, they go through your abdomen. So
yeah, because all the muscles in the back they can't
Yeah.
go through there.
yeah, the recuperation to do it the other side would be like 3 or 4 times as long.
Yeah, well, and the lots of
No, Paul Vault, you are not okay.
Yeah, no, and that's what we like about you.
hmm
The fact that
Yeah, if you were just like okay, I'm like, oh, he's okay.
he's okay, but
Yeah, no time for that.
yeah, indeed. All right, good night, Justine. Have a good one.
Take care, Justine.
Sleep, that's a thing.
So I'm sorry. So we was talking more about
Shrek porn.
the Wendy Janela.
Yeah, and
And
so
who
it
else
was
played?
it was a good event. You know, it was
Oh, I saw Martin
Martin
was playing.
played. Was,
Martin
well, and
from
that was fantastic because Martin has been moving, and
Yeah.
apparently the move has been a challenge. And he got his internet set up and operating literally 5 minutes before the show. Jeff was saying, you know, he's on. Martin's supposed to go first, and he's got nobody. He's like, is this show even going to happen? Well, Martin came, you know, slid into home and put on a great performance. He was fantastic.
Great.
And everybody that played was on their A game.
Hey, Miss D.
So it was really nice. Hey, Miss D, good to see you. Saying hi to Michael. So that was cool. And then that was Friday night. And then Saturday night, we had Camp G-May had the jammies.
Had the jammies.
Wasn't that fun?
That was a lot of fun.
If you guys didn't see it, go to Camp G-May's channel and check out the replay because the jammies are just fun.
A lot of fun. A lot of work. A lot of work he put into that.
Oh my goodness, he was video editing for a month, basically,
right, yeah.
to put all this together, and it ran seamlessly and smoothly, and you know, always a controversy at the jammies, always something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it yet, but yeah, you got to go check that out. But
Well, do we want to go over who won?
I was going to say, you know, congratulations are in order for this guy over here.
And that guy
Tell
over
what you
there.
want. This guy over-
I am the 2023 Camp G-May Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. So
Trailblazer.
came out and blazed some trails.
I blazed some trails, yep.
And I was nominated and took home the award for best co-host.
As co-host, yeah. A lot of controversy about that one.
Yep.
No, not really controversy. Just making
Well, I mean,
it's because he had better hair than Natasha, basically.
I can see it, you know.
Michael Songs, our good friend Michael Songs,
Yep.
Golden Voice Award.
Golden voice. So yeah.
Frank Terezzo got Gunslinger.
Yep.
Axe Nacho
Axe
and
Nacho.
Empirism.
Yeah.
Was it Green Screen Artist?
No, that was the
Track Jammer?
Track Jammer. Yeah, there was a little controversy because it was a tie. And like he
tie,
says,
yeah.
Nacho don't do no ties.
Yeah, oh, he was pissed off, boy. Yeah. He stormed out of the place.
Gotta see, yeah.
Yeah.
But Empirism was not giving up his half.
No.
And as G-May pointed out, I mean, he won half, and of course Nacho's there, so maybe he won a quarter of a Grammy.
You know, you said he's going to get a foot.
Yeah.
which, you know what? For Axe, you know, it is what made him famous. If he didn't do that Toad Fade, I would not watch his show.
That's right.
You know, it's
the
I
Toad Fade
I stay for the Toe Fade.
Yep, that's right. Come for the music, stay for the toe fade.
Yep.
Absolutely.
100%.
Completely agree. Anyway, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, yeah.
That's what we did Saturday night. Watch the jammies together. It was a good time. And then hung out for a little bit afterwards.
Yep, hung out a little bit after that.
Yeah.
But on that, so we heard one very distressing thing on that show.
Yes.
So G-May said that he was going to take the rest of the year off to go to Disneyland. I think he's finally going to make, the hike across the Appalachian Mountain Trail and some other great things like that. I think he's going to do some scuba diving.
Yep.
Maybe I think he got finagled a seat on the next, rocket to the moon.
Well, don't
So he's
forget his side trip to find the lost city of Atlantis.
That's true. Yeah.
It's part of the scuba diving. So
Yeah, I
he's
think
going to be a
that's
busy
fine.
guy for
He's
the
going to be
next
pretty
month.
busy, so he's not going to be doing Camp G-May. And at first we were like, "Oh, well,
That's
that's
so cool.
that's cool. Good for him." And then we were like, "That asshole.
Yeah, what
What are we going to do on Saturday?"
Because that's what we do as a rule is hang out. So in answer to that question, this Saturday we're going to hang out with Axe. We're going to
Yeah.
do live on Axe show. We're going to celebrate his birthday.
And it's his
He was
birthday.
born 11/11/11.
11/11.
And then after that, we're going to do this. So there you
How
go.
about that?
All you live people, you got a place to go. We're going to do this while G is off, and we've talked to him about it, and he's going
And we
with it.
promised we'd stop once he's ready to come back.
Yeah, we're going to. Yeah, because again, it just we want to hang out with our friends on Saturday Night Live. So everyone who is used to playing on Camp Gme on Saturdays, come join us. Some of you may not have played or have been not sure I want to do it, a little scared. Come get your feet wet on this show. Hang out with us, and we're just, if you're a karaoke singer, come hang out with us. If you're a live performer, come hang out with us. If anybody is live streaming on a Saturday, we'll check in with them. We want to have a fun place to go on Saturdays until Gme gets going after the first.
Yeah, I
year.
think he comes back January 6th.
Something. Yeah, I think it's the 6th, he said.
Mhm.
So we're just going to do it through the end of the year. But just
And then if we still like doing it, we'll just do it on a different night. I think if we do it on a different night once he comes back, we should still call it Saturday Night Alive.
yeah, even if we do it on a Thursday, because
Yeah,
really
I think that would be kind of fun. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. So it's going to be multi-streamed on all three of our channels. You can get to the show from any of the channels. You can hang out in whatever channel you damn well choose because it's the only fair way to do it. So it should be a lot of fun. Well, obviously, I mean, it won't have the same quite.
Well, no, because Gme has.
Gma's not there, but
yeah, and he promised to come jam with us sometime.
he
so
did
it's
say
in
he would
September.
come jam with us. Yes,
So-
we did have his blessing. We did ask him first.
Yeah, because we're not jerks.
Yeah.
Well, at least not
Well,
in this.
yeah, we are jerks. I mean, come on, let's be serious.
But not in this particular.
Not in
instance.
this particular case. We are innocent of all charges.
That's right.
Yeah,
do
so it
it
should be cool. We just did it for Michael's songs, really. He was like, come on, I really want to play. I'm like, all right.
Hey, Axiom, how you doing, man?
Hey, Axiom. How you doing, pal?
Oh, hey, Andy's here. Hi, Andy. Andy Peabody, who also
Who
played.
also play live. So now you know that's why we started the promo just as you came in the room.
That's right. So come join us on Saturday night. And
Or Axe and Nacho.
yeah, this Saturday. Be over
This
at Axiom
Saturday.
Nacho. Yeah. Good. See, I'm looking forward to it. I think we all are.
Yeah, even though after I was like, "Oh, we got to do this," and then it was like, "I don't think I'm actually going to be able to perform on it." So, big deal.
Oh, Dom will, in 2 weeks, he'll be ready to, at a minimum, play some guitar for us.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. This just he won't be his usual go for 5 hours, Dom.
Yeah.
But you gotta ease back into it like you're easing back into everything else.
Axiom. Axe's birthday is on Saturday.
On Saturday, so he's doing a live stream
Saturday
on his channel. So we're all gonna drink wine out of a mason jar and play music with Axe.
And you're not allowed to wear shoes.
And that's right.
No shoes.
Very important. I'm
allowed.
glad you brought that up. You cannot wear shoes because otherwise you can't do the toe fade.
Right. He's going to teach everyone how to do a toe fade, I heard. It's going to be his thing.
The next dance craze, the toe fade.
Totally, the toe fade.
There it is. Axiom and Nacho.
Axiom and Nacho.
Oh, we love you, Chad.
It sounds like it's been bioengineered.
Yeah. A genetic experiment gone horribly wrong.
You can bring the moonshine. You can bring whatever you want.
Yeah, there you go.
We do, Mike. We all need a foot cam, a footsie cam.
Yeah, well, my feet. Most people's feet are not attractive.
Oh no,
I
all
can
feet.
tell you, mine are not.
I can pretty much assume you don't have great feet, Chris.
Well, they're great function wise, but they ain't good to look at because they're big, flat, and I've kind of got the finger toes. So yeah.
Finger toes?
Yeah, where they're the longer toes that are grippier and you can pick stuff up with them, not the little pudgy kind of toes like that. So.
Okay. I have a toenail on my right foot. I could slice your throat with that thing. Like a...
If you could lift your leg high enough, so I'm safe.
Oh, I could. I could definitely. I'd probably pull something, but I could go. I always tell them that's for burglars.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that means it's the first thing they should have. You don't know what a toe fade is, Tony Howie?
Oh, well, Tony's got a pretty good gizmo setup, but the toe fade is for these looper guys. Well, you're going to have to go to the Axe channel and watch him play live on a Monday or a Wednesday and learn about
He has a
fade.
trademark. We can't really get too much about it, but you have to actually see it to believe it. So I suggest you join us for Axe's birthday party next Saturday, and you will see the toe fade.
Yes, in action. And you go, okay, I get it now. Yeah, it's different. It's not toe jam, toe fade.
Yeah. Toe jam, totally different.
Totally different.
Still kind of entertaining, but...
Yeah. Tofu? No.
In a much different way.
Not the same?
Yep. Chad, you're right. Like, Pole Vault gets very excited about some of the strangest conversations.
Yes, he does. Hey, Heather has joined us. Hi, Feisty. How are you?
What's going on, Heather?
And her and Al both did the Benefit on Hippies thing, and were wonderful. Al's such a good storyteller. I mean, his songs are just, he's like a, Woody Guthrie, Tom Waits, just kind of a classic American storyteller.
100%.
You're not wrong, Andy. I agree with this. It's a little marginal, but
it's like a car accident. Nobody wants to look at it, but
you do.
Everybody's looking, and that is in the essence of a toe fade.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really.
Yeah, don't say.
Yeah, I never knew.
Yeah, well, now we do.
Kind of reminds me of a much better looking Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, before
not saying much because Captain Lou,
It was a little rugged, but
A little rough.
pole vault is a.
That sounds like that would make a good song, pole vault. You should work that out
There you go.
and play it in your special way.
Yeah.
So what else you doing, Chris?
Well, just been working on music. Doing a little consulting with a couple artists, just helping them out a little bit.
Little
not-
consulting work, huh?
Yeah, not just kind of helping them get their mix together and just kind of being an alternate set of ears, not unlike what we do in SWA. Just kind of taking it on the road to a couple of people. It's like, hey, I know somebody contacted you today and said, hey, what do you think of this mix? And give me some pointers. And I've done that with a couple of people lately, which is I enjoy doing. And it's always great to hear when they come back with another mix. It's like, okay, yeah, that's better. You're on your way. So that's fun. And just working on, I've got a song going that I'm about ready to start tracking the vocals on. I haven't got all the lyrics written, but I'm pretty close, and probably post that in the group sometime next week and
Oh, that's cool.
get the early thoughts on it and try and get it polished up. It was a song that I was working on for the Russ 88-89 Cancer album, which is long gone. So, so I work so quickly.
Yeah.
But the song is...
You've been very busy.
Yeah, it's been a busy friggin' summer.
Get that whole train show thing, and
Oh
then
my goodness!
and then all this live streaming.
Yeah, I'm still writing checks and shutting that thing down. I'll probably be into December before we. I don't even think we'll dissolve the LLC until next year, but I think we'll have all the taxes filed and all the stuff by December, and we can get on with our lives. But yeah, that was a big deal. And I'm glad I'm not going to try and do it again for another 5 years.
Hey, Camila.
Okay. Huh.
It's better than where my head immediately went.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, kind of looked ashamed.
Oh, hey.
A tow truck. Wah, 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 wah.
Okay, there you go. I give you props, Axie. You set up the joke, you reeled us in, and then bam, delivered.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Everything did that did everything was supposed to do.
Good for you. Yeah, if only we had the boom sis sound effect.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah, we got to get that.
A little soundboard.
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's when radio started going bad.
Boing, 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 boing.
Yeah.
All the sound effects. Yeah, I'm totally with you.
Well, radio's always been bad, except NPR. So what did I do? I kind of hashed out a song the other day. Not since, knowing I couldn't sing, I just grabbed my electric and sat down and worked something out. It was all right, not too bad. But I think folk punk is going to write words to it and sing it. I think
That'd be cool.
Chris is going to play bass on it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the bass.
I'm going to try to re-record it over the weekend. That's the one thing with me. Like when I say I'm doing a demo, they are always demos because they're chaotic. And then I always re-record everything.
Yeah, Dom is he's a demo guy, which is great.
Yeah, I'm a demoist. Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of capturing the lightning in the bottle. And I work a little differently than that, but some elements of that. I definitely want to get, the performance down, and then I will go back and re-record all the parts I didn't play right, all that kind of thing. But so anyway, yeah, Secret Legacy. That sucks when your coworkers are douchebags.
Wait, what happened?
Well, he just said he got thrown under the bus by his coworkers. Well, that's now you guys are Aussies, so you guys call each other the C word. Just as
well. What did they throw you? What did they throw you under the bus about? May I ask? Because that's the only interesting part of this story.
Yeah, and how high did the bus jump when it went over you? Okay. Sometimes you put up something
Uh,
and you go, I don't know what that's about.
someone damaged something.
Someone. Yeah, the guy probably bitching the loudest and throwing you under the bus is probably the guy that did it. Just saying. That's human nature. But yeah, well, that sucks. Well, glad you're here and you can hang out with people who don't think you're a C word. And certainly wouldn't call to you that on our show.
No, definitely not
We
on the
do
show.
that. But yeah, getting back to the recording thing, I spent about an hour today. I was working on a little MIDI part of it, and I just thought, this calls for a tubular bell. So have my BBC organ, had the tubular bells, could not get it to record. I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? I effed with it for an hour, and then I remembered there was one little step. Now I can't even say what the little step is because I can't remember exactly, but it was like, oh yeah, you got it. Oh, now I remember what it does. Even though you have the keyboard on the side in GarageBand, and you can play the note within the BBC until you get your actual keyboard icon up and press the keyboard notes, it's not going to record it.
Okay.
And I don't know why it doesn't do it because I thought you could do it on the side, but I effed with that for an
You don't
hour.
have a MIDI controller?
No, I do not. No,
Oh, you don't?
No, that's the thing. My keyboard
You
is
want
my
one?
MIDI controller. I would love to have one. I've been looking at them, but I haven't. Oh, look at that.
Want this one? It's good. It's Native Instruments.
Oh, no kidding.
I don't like it because it doesn't fit underneath my workspace.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And
Give me your address. I'll send it to you for Christmas.
okay, you got a deal. I will take that off your hands gratefully. Thank you very much, and
You're welcome.
I will pay for the shipping.
Next time when I ask for a thumbnail, send it
Well,
under 2
again-
megabytes. He sent me a 15 megabyte.
Again, I'm used to working with
Thumbnail.
big printable graphic files, and I forgot what we were doing.
And then I asked, and you know what the motherfucker says to me? He's like, you make it smaller. And I was like, you think if I knew how to make an image smaller, I'd ask you about it?
forget who I was dealing
You
with.
forget I'm a complete moron.
No, you just.
I
don't
could play
have
the
same
music.
tools.
Comes to art.
Well, that's it. I have the tools, and I don't think about it because I've been doing it for so long. So yes, but you got the thumbnail you needed within 10 minutes, didn't you?
Yes.
So there.
Thank you. I appreciate
Well,
it.
you're welcome.
I appreciate
And
it.
next time I'll remember. Oh yeah, thumbnail, not album cover.
Because I try to do it like 3 times. Because of course I don't read when it doesn't take it. I'm like a complete moron behind this thing.
Yeah, you know. There you go. I'm creative. A much nicer C word. There you go. And we're all creatives here. We're all about that process. I'm a big fan. Hey, C for community. Look at all that. Tony. Oh no.
Tony. I had an Uncle Tony.
Yes, you did. And Dom doesn't need to repeat it, but we'll let it breathe for 3 months, and then you can tell
Yeah,
Uncle's Tony story again because it's
It's
a
a very
great story.
legendary story.
It's legendary. The first time he told it, I'm like, oh, damn. That's awesome.
There's some good things about being an Italian in the mid 70s.
Yeah, that's right. You could call
In
him
New
Uncle
York.
Tony.
Yeah, you
Hey,
call an
yo.
Uncle Tony.
Weed Skidder.
I can fix some shit for you real fast.
Yeah. That guy said, what? Okay.
Wait, there's something Chad says we have to read aloud. Where is it? Quick, let's read every comment until we find the one. Oops. Yeah, we all do. Chad. Everyone's got a Tony.
Hopefully. Don't read that sentence out loud. Okay.
I had an Uncle Tony, Uncle Salvatore,
Yeah.
Uncle Frankie, Uncle Joe. And then there was some odd ones in there.
Yeah, we had John, Jack, and yeah. Again, there's only two boys in my family. That's basically all we do. So I've only ever had 2 uncles.
My dad had a big family. I think he had a twin sister 3 other boys, and then Uncle Tony was actually, I don't think it wasn't a blood relative. Somehow this kid started living with my father, his family, and so he became Uncle Tony.
Okay. I'm going to point this up. Thank you, Kurt.
Oh, that's right. A
Chad
thankful
has
thing?
asked, for a 30 to 60 second video of things that you're grateful for in before Thanksgiving, and it's just a fantastic.
I already
thing.
made my video. It's about 20 seconds that I'm grateful. No one has asked me to send them a a grateful video.
Such a
I'm grateful for a lot of things.
All right, see, he's already got 3 so far. I'm
Oh, that's
absolutely
cool.
doing it. I got my green screen up, and so I will do it tomorrow for you.
Well,
Chief.
you got a little production value going on in it.
Maybe. Maybe I'm grateful for the ability to do a little production shit. How about that?
That's
I
good.
got some tools. Honestly, I'm grateful for the ability to be in this community and hang out with my friends because I've made some super good friends in this community. It's fantastic. People I didn't know 2 years ago are now some of my best friends in the world. Starting with my buddy Dom here.
That's me.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I'm super grateful for that.
We seem like we don't get along, but we only play that up for the camera.
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty much it,
all
yeah.
an act.
It's all fake. Hey, Game Pro, what's going on, dude?
GamPro also on the Jammies, and if you've never seen, he is on the Lapstick comedy thing, which is on Sunday nights. And I've always got something going on Sundays. I seldom get a chance to tune in, but I watch a lot of the reruns. And he's developed a character, a rap character, Little Terpene, and it is frigging hilarious. I mean, it's really, and the raps are super good, but they're twisted and wrong and hilarious. So, if you're into a little bit of comedy on Sunday nights, I would urge you go over and check out, because GamPro has developed this wonderful character, and it breaks me up, man. I think it's amazing.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and they were. I missed out because I think this was the. Yeah, I think you'll have to go back and look at the reruns because I think this was the season finale this Sunday, and gonna find out who Karen chose to run as her vice president. And I don't know because I didn't see. So somebody, members of the community submitted their bids to be Karen's vice presidential candidate. I don't know. I don't know who did it, but GamPro
Excuse me.
will. But
Probably.
yeah,
He would probably know.
he would probably know. I bet he was there live in person because it's all
He may have
it's
something
done
to do with it.
live and done improv. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, they're funny.
Yeah, Little Terp is too legit to quit. Really is. I mean, it's really. I mean, I'm not a rap guy, and I'm digging the raps because they're a little old school in some ways, kind of like the raps started when I was younger. Yeah, they're very cool. So that's what I know. What else is going on I feel like we're missing
Oh, so much.
programs going on. Yeah.
I mean, I have an excuse.
Yeah,
I've been kind of out of the limelight. You have no excuse. You should know everything.
I played a lot of sports and I had a lot of concussions, so I don't always remember some of the things that I know. I sometimes get rude, so that's my excuse. But I know we've got. I know Rock and Rabbit.
Oh, I was hanging out on Dark Leela's channel the other day, and she, she's been doing a lot of community covers.
Yeah.
And she does a version of Winter Willow from me.
Nice.
Which she had to get it in a place. She had to train of thought. She had to really increase the the pitch on it. I think
Yeah,
like
it was
she went
too.
on
It
like
probably changed the
2
key
whole
'cause it was
steps.
too
Yeah.
low for her. Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. So my background vocals sound like chipmunks, but I was like, listen, I can't actually sing right now, and I need stuff to do. So like, let's make a different version of the song strictly for you to do. So I want to talk with her about that, and
That'll be
I was
cool.
thinking try to do a little more bluesy or something like that for her. But yeah, I want to see maybe she can put like some of her electronic stuff over the top of it. So I think that could be fun.
That could be fun. Yeah, it's always fun to work with people, and I really enjoy her show, and I have not had a chance to catch it for a couple weeks now. I just
Her show and Valerie's show used to be shows I could never see. And then when the job I have now, I can almost always see it. So I usually listen when I'm at work.
Yeah, I had that nice brief window when Jade's show was perfect for me.
Yeah,
going
and
on,
it's
and then of course we
it's so
daylight
fleeting.
saving
Yeah,
time, so now I only get part of it.
yeah. Usually, hey, and then like they're just ending or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Heather was there, right? She does it really good.
yeah, very cool. So Chad pointed out he's got his metal show. So all you metalheads out there, make sure that you send something to Chad.
Nice.
I gotta send him something. And I'll point this up for the usual show that he and Conspiracy Music do on Fridays. They've started to do karaoke.
Right, once a month. You
Yeah,
you
about
guys are
once a
doing
month.
right.
And everybody's having a good time doing it. I did it last time. It was kind of fun. I don't know that I'll do it this Friday because I don't have anything new, but it's fun. So be there Friday night, and they're going to play some videos too. But okay,
Yeah.
no theme, but
Clay saying you're keeping him pretty busy, Chad.
yeah, Chad is very organized, very focused. He's got
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think Clay is used to needing a calendar.
very true.
We were talking. Yeah, he's flipping through pages.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Clay said once a month. That's what I thought. All right.
Now I think I have like 2 songs I could do fairly well at karaoke.
Yeah,
But
just not
hey,
now.
Ray Pierce. Hey, Ray, you feeling better? I know last time I saw you, something was up with you. Whatever it is, I hope it's better.
Hell, he's here in the chat, so he made it that far.
That's a good sign.
I go where Justine leads me. Left on my own. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we should not be left on our own.
Like, are you two like sitting on the couch next to each other? Like,
Or in different rooms of the house,
Yeah,
both
or-
in the chat.
yeah.
That would be fun.
I kind of find it's kind of cute. Like, it's kind of cute.
Oh, absolutely.
My wife never like texts me. We have that kind of relationship. Like she goes out and I'm not a worrier, but when you say you're going to be at home at 8, like 8:15, I start going, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, you're right. Yeah, I'm on my way home.
Okay, well, that'll do it. Yeah, I've
Kind of,
I got myself with a cutoff wheel once, and yeah, that was,
shouted or fretting finger in a grinder. Ooh.
that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you and me are in the same club. I haven't been doing too much playing. Well, I just started again recently. When I was a young lad, Ray, I worked in a deli, and I sliced 2 fingers open on a meat slicer.
Ooh, yikes. Yeah, that's not good. Even though I cook every night with razor sharp kitchen knives and everything, I'm very careful. And
Yeah. I was, you're making that last, the person who comes in. There is a thing. If you go into a deli and it's like just before closing and they have everything cleaned except for one slicer, don't order roast beef. It's the worst thing you can do to a person who works in a deli,
yes.
And that's what happened. And I was rushing and he got a little something extra in the sandwich. The worst part about it was I was still in high school and it was like a couple of weeks before my math regions.
Mm.
So obviously I got excused because it was this hand, so I couldn't hold a pen. And then I had to take the test at the end of the summer. I barely opened a book when I was actually in school. So I went the whole summer, like the day before. I was like, oh crap. I think I got a 0. Maybe, no, I got like a 20 on my math regents. I remember I was partying all summer.
Yeah.
I wrote my name. I did a couple, and I'm like, who am I kidding? And I turned my paper in like a half hour, and whoever was like monitoring the things like, are you sure you want to look it over? I'm like, trust me, there is literally no point to checking anything.
Yeah. I know how it is. Yeah. Indeed.
Well, that's good, Ray.
Yeah.
Happy to hear. Grinders to tough. Time difference. Oh, you're in Australia, yeah. I love all people, but I do not take time zones into any kind of consideration anymore.
Well, I don't have the mental bandwidth to figure them out. So
No, I don't. It just it gets to the point it annoys me. Like, like, how do you live there? Like, one of our best friends is Naya. And it's trying to find time to talk with that woman is just, it gets to the point it's annoying. Like, and it's really all that not. But
I'll show you a little something.
that's what she said.
No, stop that. You can see this. I've got my iPhone set up with so I'm Melbourne and Honolulu, and see that's for Naya, that 5. So I know what time it is when I'm trying to deal with somebody in other parts of the world.
Oh, there's me. I'm New York.
New York, that's right. Got for G May on the West Coast.
That's smart.
My friends in Australia and Naya and Hawaii for Steve Aloha. So I know when, basically. Ron Ward emailed me the other night. He was going to ask me something, and he's typing away. And of course, I didn't see it. And he said, "Hey, are you on? I want to ask you something." He goes on for a minute. He goes, "Oh, it's 3 a.m. your time. I bet you're not." He goes away, and he's like, "Yeah, you're right. I was not." But,
I remember for a while. Remember when, like, me, you, and A, we were messaging a lot. We were in like a 3-way message thing, and Chris can stay awake all night. And Naya's morning is my bedtime kind of thing. So it'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning, and ding, 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 my phone would be going. I'm like, ah,
yeah.
I finally, turn the sound off, but it was, drove me crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But yeah, we'd have and then they'd be, and I was like, crack of dawn for me. It's like, all right.
Well, that's why when I text you, I always do it early.
Yeah.
Just to annoy you.
Yeah, well.
But you surprised me. A bunch of mornings you were up fairly early.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm just not very functional.
Yeah, I'm never functional.
Yeah, that's the difference. I'm awake.
I think, Michael Songs, I think he texted us. It was like 8:30 this morning. I was like, "Whoa, Mike!
Hey, Mike!
Whoa, what are you doing?" Mike, I was up. I was laughing. I go, I hope it wakes him up.
No, it didn't. I mean, I heard it, but it was like,
no, it was like, I think you responded like 4 hours later.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, didn't catch that.
Oh, Will, you lost the tip of your pointer finger. Potato. Oh, your daddy used to make homemade potato chips. That's delicious.
Yeah, yum.
Ooh, I'm
It's
sorry
funny
about
because
that.
I burned my kid making. We were doing a fish fry in the backyard. And he got too close as I was putting stuff in. He got splashed with the hot oil, and I had dinner with him 2 nights ago, and he reminded me.
Did he bring it up? Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Like, hey, well, you're a dumbass. Hot oil. Don't get close. Not my fault. I didn't get burned.
What? Hold on. What's this? Oh, you hit a deer?
Oh, yeah, that's no fun.
It is amazing the damage they can do to a car.
Oh, yeah. Well, going back and forth in the mountains like I do, I'm always paranoid about that, those little bastards. Hey, he's actually going to
Good night, Michael Songs.
bed at a reasonable hour.
Yeah, he's being very responsible lately.
Taught me to wear clothes when I fry. Yes.
Yeah, that's generally good. And mowing the lawn.
Yeah, you don't want to deep fry your sausage accidentally. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Yeah. Safety first, right, folks? Cooking can be really seriously dangerous. I mean, I love on all the competition cooking shows, and these guys will be showing off their knife skills because they're basically trying to show off for the other restaurant guys, and inevitably one of them cuts the hell out of themselves trying to be a smart guy. It's like, hey, dummies, don't do that.
Well, I always thought that should be an immediate, like, get out of here.
Yeah.
If you cut your finger and you're a professional cook on a cooking show,
you're out. Well, and usually that's what happens because they look like, okay, you bled all over the food. Guess what? We ain't eating it. And we couldn't judge your food, so you're out.
And they always talk about it too, yeah. Well, we can't really taste it because you did bleed. I'm like, we get it.
Duh.
That's why they should just, all right, goodbye.
Which is better than the alternative is like, oh, how much did you bleed in that?
Yeah. It doesn't, this side looks okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we didn't talk about food yet, but we're tangentially talking.
Yeah, we're
about
getting
food.
there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about it much because I had McDonald's for dinner, and
You're full.
it's gonna be a long and a rough night. So
I can't. I just don't eat McDonald's.
I was being one of the guys.
Breakfast, I'll eat. I love me an Egg McMuffin.
You know what?
I'm a big fan.
I don't mind them, but like they cut it like it comes in a thing, like a thing of salami, and that's how I've seen it come. It's like in a loaf, and they just cut the individual pieces.
That's got to be a New York thing. They don't. I mean, it's an Egg McMuffin. It's on a muffin.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't make the egg there. It's not like they're cooking you an egg.
They're heating it up.
Right. It's
Yeah.
already cooked.
Yeah, well,
Kind of like
actually depends. Yeah.
Kind of like Outback Steakhouse. They don't actually cook the steaks at the restaurant.
Yeah.
They are pre-cooked, frozen, and sent to them.
Yeah, which is why their Outback is so delicious.
Yeah, which I don't even get for a while because I went to an Outback Steakhouse a long time ago, and I was like, "Yeah, give me medium rare." And they said, "I'm sorry, we don't have any medium rare." And I was like, "What do you mean?
How do you not have medium rare?
You just stop cooking it, So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, good point. I don't know if McDonald's.
No, I don't think it's really food. But I do have to say that, hey, what's up, Cold Acre? Their French fries are still delicious.
But they're so not nearly as good as they used to be.
No, there was a time like you could not drive past a McDonald's and smell fries cooking in beef fat.
They were cooked in beef tallow,
yeah,
which is delicious. And
yeah.
By the way, here you'll get me on a food tangent because I know these things. The whole fat is bad for you thing was based on one study and the data was completely wrong and has steered the country wrong. That kind of fat is never going to hurt you, and the food was delicious. All the vegetable oil and all the crap that they went to in lieu of that is terrible for you.
Yeah.
And
well, because they wanted, fat is only bad for you if you constantly consume it.
Right.
And they wanted you to constantly consume it, so.
Because I buy beef direct from a farmer, and I have him throw in fat cuts, and I keep them in my freezer, and I make my own tallow for those when you just got to have that little bit of tallow flavor. It's fantastic. So,
Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, like engineered chicken.
yeah, I gotta say, I used
It's
to love Kentucky Fried Chicken. I just can't eat it anymore.
it's literally like wet and slimy. Like, oh no,
Can't
it's
do
it's
it.
yeah,
It's not done the same. And here's some, food trivia. The original Colonel Sanders basically sold the patent or the
right.
process. He didn't, and then because he was a restaurant supplier, that's what he did. And one of their first places was a place in Utah called Harmon's. And man, when I lived in Utah, we'd go there. It was so friggin' good. And again, I love Kentucky Fried Chicken for a long time, but after a while, we started calling it Colonel Sanchez because it was so greasy. And I just, once every 3 or 4 years, I'll try it again and go, nope,
Yeah, no,
can't eat it. And I love fried chicken, but
I
love theirs
love
even more.
fried chicken.
What's
I
not to love,
love
right?
fried chicken.
Fried
Yeah,
chicken's the best.
eat it right when it's done. Just eat it cold the next day
Absolutely. I'm a
if
huge
it's cooked
fan.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the Albertsons here in Colorado would make fried chicken that put KFC to shame. It was so good. But then they got bought out by Safeway, and it, like everything else, just ain't as good.
Mm-hmm.
Cornstarch, absolutely. Cornstarch is used in a lot of Oriental cooking as a thickener.
Wait, what do you use cornstarch for?
Gravies and things like that. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it thickens the sauce and
Mhm.
binds things well because it's got some body.
Well, you make your own fried chicken, Chris?
I do every once in
I
a
mean,
while.
it's a lot of work. It really
And
is
that's
a
why I
lot
don't
of
do it
work.
more often because it's more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will tend to actually just do it on the smoker rather than. But every once in a while, I get a Joneson to do my own fried chicken, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
buy the oil and do the pot and everything. But yeah, it is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work to make it really good.
Yeah, now I'm more inclined. I'll do cod. I'll do a fish fry because the fish cooks a lot more quickly than the chicken
Mhm.
does, and got a nice batter recipe.
Ray, are you still talking about that goddamn deer? Let it go.
Unless you ate the damn deer that you hit,
Yeah.
then we're done with
Unless
that.
we're on food now.
We're
We
on
don't
food
want to
now, so
stay with the program.
tell us how you made some venison jerky, and then you can come back in the
Exactly, yeah.
conversation.
Unless you had a little propane grill in the back of your car and just
Yeah,
consumed.
we don't care about Bambi now.
Yeah.
We're done.
Funny.
We've moved on. Anywho,
Wait, we have to go pole vault. Pole vault is eating a steak the size of what? Where was that? Let me scroll up. The size of a roast.
well, that's a big steak.
It's a big steak.
Well, that's fan. I can't eat steaks that size anymore.
I
I
can
guess
try.
I could tell everybody. We took my mother out for her birthday, 83 years old, this last Saturday.
Poor story.
Went to a fancy steak restaurant here. I wasn't crazy about it, but my brother said, this is where I want to go. Okay, so we went there, and there was 9 of us, and we spent damn near $1,000, and dinner sucked. And I mean sucked. I wrote the nastiest Google review, and the manager called my brother today and said, hey, can we talk about this? Because I killed him. And, I write for a living, and I used all my good words and told a narrative, a story, and I creamed him. So we'll see
You know,
what
it's
they do
funny.
about it.
Chris told me this story, and I was like, you're one of those people that writes the reviews. I read the reviews, but then I usually make fun of the people who write the reviews.
Well, because a
Like,
lot of them are whiny bitches, but
Mhm.
they can be. If you've never been to a restaurant,
I want to
they
give
can
you a
be
good
helpful.
piece of my mind.
Well, but this, if you spend $1K on a dinner for your 83-year-old mother and nobody can eat the damn food, yeah, you're going to get a review.
Hmm.
Sorry.
I just usually wait in the parking lot and stab someone after their shift is over. Just what I think of your damn restaurant. Then I move.
It's funny you should mention that because
Would that
Kay, we're
happen?
going out and Kay goes, "Weapon's not in the car, is it?" And I said, "No, left it at home." And she goes, "Good," because I might have gone back and again, we weren't going to make a scene with my mother there. That was unfair to her. It was her birthday celebration, but my brother and I were not happy dudes.
My best restaurant story. There was a place where I used to live called La Familia. It was like a family style Italian place, but a real family style.
Oh
Italian
yeah,
place.
those places are the best.
But the food was just so phenomenal. One time I just got like, I'm not really hungry, and I got like linguine with clam sauce. And I'm telling you, I've been eating it all my life, and I've never once have tasted it like this. It was like so outstanding. So anyway, it was at a restaurant I used to go to a lot, and it was a very busy restaurant. One time my dad and his new chick come to visit, and we're taking him out to, going to go out to eat. Let's go to La Familia. And I knew like the owner was in a pavers union that the company I work for do. So I knew some of the people who
Gotcha.
worked there. And going line out the door. So my person I was with at the time was like, "Oh, we'll never get in here. Let's just go somewhere else." I'm like, "Just give me a minute, man. If I'm going to take my dad, I want to take him to someplace good." So I go inside, see the manager. Hey, we were talking. I was like, "Listen, I know you're really busy. Any chance you can get me a table? Like my dad's in from Florida, and I just wanted to take him someplace nice." And he's like, I forget, he started calling names, and these guys ran out from the back and set up a table, like move people, set us up, like come right in.
Oh.
And the look of my father's face, like just seeing that happen because I asked for it, that was priceless. My like, whoa,
Nice.
that's my son. But it was, oh man, such good food. I really missed that restaurant.
Yeah,
La
it's a
Familia. I think it was on Long Island. I forget what town, Smithtown. Oh my God, it was so good.
It's funny. It's an Italian restaurant here in Denver for years and years, and still in business. A place called Gitano's. Well, it was a front for the Smaldone crime family. But here's the funny part of the story. They had a table in the back, and they were always there, and the cops would come in and keep an eye on them and eat there. And it got to the point where they were making way more money in the Italian restaurant than they ever were with all the mob and loan sharking and everything. So they basically went legit. And the restaurant's been in business for 50 years. And it's still friggin' great.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, yeah, things and food and Italian stuff.
What about that Irish mob?
What about them? They don't have good restaurants.
No, they don't. Irish do not have a cuisine, do they?
Not great.
Not really, yeah.
It's okay.
Irish and English. English really have nothing resounding.
No, that's just not.
It's weird, isn't it, though? It's kind of weird that, how do you not have a cuisine,
Yeah, and you got a cuisine, but it's all right. It's not fabulous.
La Familia, that's it. Have you been there? Do they have one in Australia? Secret Legacy? That'd be funny.
Yeah, I was doing. I've been a reviewer for TripAdvisor for a long time, and just because that's what I would do if we went someplace. I'd eat, and then I'd have nothing to do the rest of the night, so that I'd just review the restaurant we ate at.
I mean, I've used reviews. I take no one's opinion for nothing, so I won't read someone's review. I'll just look at the amount of reviews and how
it gives you a sense.
Exactly,
and that's all
and
it does.
Choose from that, but
Right.
I have to choose myself.
Yeah, no, I get that. No, I think
What do you
this is
say we play
everybody's
a?
favorite song.
What do you say we play a little video, Chris?
Well, we should play a video.
Play a
Let's,
video.
All right.
Let's play a pole vault video.
All right. So you have to talk to the people while I get it set up.
Hello, people. Chris is very old and slow, so it may take him a while to find a pole vault video.
Not going to take me that long.
It's POLE.
Shut your cake hole. Damn you. I'm going to our song list that we have.
Yeah, I'm sure we have one on there.
No, I guarantee we do. I just got to get there.
Did we ever fix that? That we both share the same list now? Or do we have separate ones?
Kinda. It works a lot of
Kinda
times.
would be a no. Okay. The world of hitting deers. That's your world, Ray. Deer murderer.
Yeah. Killer.
Getting
Bambi murderer.
Peter right now. Play that Chad song. Always thinking about you, Chad. So it's election day here tomorrow.
Really? I was last week.
Everyone's home.
Last Tuesday.
Wife's off. Kids are off.
Yeah, see? All right. So here we go. We're going to play a little pole vault action. Present arms.
Well, the moonshine flows tonight. Yeah, the moonshine flows tonight. Forget about tomorrow. Forget about today. 'Cause the moonshine flows tonight. Yeah, the moonshine flows tonight. Forget about her, she don't matter anymore. Forget about her, she's gone out the door. 'Cause the moonshine flows tonight. The moonshine flows tonight. We'll forget about the job that paid you nothing. You worked all day just to feel like you died. But it's gonna be alright tonight. Yeah, because the moonshine flows tonight. The moon Yeah, everything's gonna be alright. Forget about the government. They're always here to fight. You know they ain't ever gonna make things right. 'Cause the moonshine flows tonight. The moonshine flows tonight. Yeah, the moonshine flows tonight. The moonshine flows tonight. Forget about the problems you cannot solve. Don't ever get yourself involved, because the moonshine, yeah, the moonshine flows tonight. The moonshine flows tonight. Well, the moonshine flows tonight. The moonshine flows tonight. The moonshine flows tonight. The moonshine flows tonight.
And there you go, some pole vault.
Cobalt.
We do not condone drinking from the bottle straight like that. Should pour it in a glass and then
Yeah,
drink it.
why get it all depends. You know, why get a glass dirty?
Well, because it's like a control thing. If I'm drinking straight out of the bottle, I don't give a fuck. If I'm putting it in a glass, I give a little bit of a fuck.
Sorry, I'm typing.
No, that's fine. And Chad, this is a good point. That was very Doorsy. Pole vault makes some very atmospheric music.
Very atmospheric. Always creepy.
Yeah. There's always a just a
Got a creep factor.
dark vibe to it, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he's such a delightful man.
He is. It's like, can you imagine what Paul Vault, like, because when you talk to him, he's like one of the most engaging,
Yeah,
jovial people.
He's married to
If-
a woman named
if he did
Sunshine,
not-
for God's
yeah.
sakes.
If he did not have this outlet, he would probably be a terror.
Yeah. Yeah. Serial killer. All right. Oh yeah. It's kind of like that.
Yep. So what I was thinking, Chris,
Yes.
is would anyone like to come up here and hang out with us? Maybe tell us a good story. Have something interesting to say.
We can talk about restaurants. We can talk
We talk
about
about restaurants.
we can talk about we're not going to talk about hitting a deer.
No, that topic is done to death, just like the deer.
That's not happening.
So, if you hit other animals, we will welcome them.
Yes. It's got to be
You abused a
interesting.
dog, a cat. Come on, no, that's terrible.
There you go. Yeah.
I
We
like
know you do.
turtles. Yeah.
Chad was
Turtles
so
need a
cute
lot
when
of
he was
respect.
young, wasn't he? He liked turtles.
I was watching one of those stupid. It was like on Apple TV, and they said like 90% of all life that was ever on the earth is extinct,
Yeah.
or maybe even more. I thought that was like,
Extinct.
whoa, that's fucked up, really, when you think about
Yeah. It's true. Who hasn't murdered cornflakes? They're great. What's that mean?
That's Frosted Flakes. Cornflakes are like
Well,
what Mom
they're
wants you to
good.
eat. No, they suck. They get super soggy. It turns into like corn bed.
All cereal gets soggy. I eat shredded wheat, and even that stuff gets soggy eventually.
Yeah, these UPS truck drivers are a menace.
And see, a good segue, right?
Oh, there you go.
Literally,
Yeah, literal serial killers.
literal cereal. Because there's people that eat cereal on the internet and review cereal. I mean, I review actual restaurants. There are dudes that eat a box of cereal and tell you about it.
My favorite thing about Rockin' Rabbit Holes is when the show starts, generally Clay brings up some random piece of information and Sight reads it for the first time.
Yes.
I always find that the most entertaining. So hold on. Copy. Let's
You're
copy
doing the
it.
copy and paste.
Yes.
All right. Good lad.
Actually, let me switch this to all.
Teamwork leads to dream work.
Some team.
Yeah.
Yeah, some team, let me tell you, brother.
Some team.
I don't know how to do that now. All right. Here we go.
So, yeah.
Oops. I should have. There we go. I'll do it. Yours. If anybody would like to come up and hang with us, we'd
We're
looking
welcome
for
you.
you.
Entertaining stories.
Looking for yeah, we're getting a little stale. It's a bad thing about being on medical leave is you really have nothing to talk
nothing's
about.
going on.
I got nothing going on.
Yeah. I mean, I had a little bit going on, but it was, me bitching about a terrible. I mean, I could go into great detail.
Yeah, no, we thank you for not going into that good of detail.
That's why I didn't do it. But
like from my point of stand of view, I'm like, yeah, well, you're in Colorado. Of course, the restaurant's going to be terrible.
au contraire.
Well, I'm going to think what I'm going to think until I'm proven wrong.
All right, let me ask you, because you're a New York guy. Have you ever eaten at Peter Luger's?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not the best.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's.
You can't order what you want.
Yeah.
They only give you the cut they give you. I'd much rather go like Ruth Chris, much better. And Ruth Chris is like a chain restaurant, but those Leonese potatoes, oh man.
Well, but and they are a chain, and as a rule, I'm disposed to not like chain restaurants. But Ruth Chris is quite good.
Yeah.
And I've had some really good meals there, and their steaks are uniform.
Yeah, and the steak's really good. They're like
properly prepared.
The only one that's like a Ruth Chris, but I can't stand is Morton Steakhouse. Like I remember the first time I went there, and the guy, I'm like, I've seen what beef looks like, Dick. I mean, like, get the card out of here. Just can we order?
You're not wrong. I never thought Morton's was that great. I thought their reputation was.
Yeah, it was a. It's anyone who has ever gone to Morton's Steakhouse, someone gave them a gift certificate.
Yeah.
That's never quite enough. He is always in New York, Ruba. Does he sometimes have to get back into
Legitimate question.
Oh, yeah, I got to get back into it. I actually hate New York City now. I'm like, oh, do I have to go there?
Yeah, well, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, I did it when I was working in Jersey. There, we were there for a show thing. It was like, let's go, let's do it. And it was a good. I'm glad I went. It was a good experience. I mean, again, that was an old school kind of steakhouse, but yeah, I've been in better old school steakhouses than Peter Luger's.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still, again, it was a great experience. I'm glad I went. How many Colorado guys have been to Peter Luger's?
How many?
I don't know. Not many. I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, there's two of them, right? As far as I know.
Maybe there's the one in Brooklyn. That's the only one.
And
I
then
know.
there's one in Long Island.
Oh,
I
is
forget
there?
exactly what. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I went to the one in Brooklyn. Because again, we went over the bridge and
Probably the best steak place I can remember was called Pace's Steakhouse. Old, like you go into the place and like Sinatra ate a steak here.
okay, yeah. I mean, those kind of places are cool.
Yeah. Just I mean, nothing fancy, but when you're having steak like lobster, you don't need anything fancy. You just need
No,
good,
you need a good piece of beef, and it needs to be prepared properly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a little knock, knock, knock.
Here's a guy who lives in Texas and should know something about a damn steak.
Yes, I had a steak tonight, man. That's the cool thing. Like when I go up to like New York or something, and Maine and stuff, they're like, "Oh yeah, lobster, yeah," and I'm like, "Oh my god, lobster."
Yeah.
But here
I don't like lobster.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You probably get a lot more lobster
Yeah.
than we do. I get steak like some people get bologna. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably just throwing off the back,
Well, that's it.
falling
I
off the back of trucks. Yeah.
go into my freezer right now
That's
and
my
get
favorite.
delicious ribeyes and sirloins, and yeah, it's just what I have in my freezer.
I mean, did I tell y'all about the deer I had?
No, please.
What was our rule?
Please tell us.
No deer stores unless you ate it on the side of the road.
Oh, he fucking ate it. He probably shot it with a bow. I could definitely see him going on a hunting excursion with Ted Nugent. And
Maybe.
Ted Nugent being offended.
Yeah, probably.
Ted is going, Jesus, this guy.
Like, well, we didn't get to shoot any. We didn't see anything, so shit. Let's shoot each other.
Yeah.
20 paces, Ted. Let's
Yeah,
go.
right, and then run. Doesn't everybody do that?
Speaking of shooting someone, my Uncle Tony, they were in what they called the Village Sportsman Gun Club. Basically, it was a shack in our backyard that all my uncles would meet at. And that red vest I wear, that was from my dad's gun club.
Okay.
But they used to go skeet shooting behind Pilgrim State Hospital, Pilgrim State Mental Hospital out of Long Island, home of the lobotomy. And he accidentally shot a guy who wandered out, a patient who wandered outside of the premises.
Oops.
But he was far away, so he got pelleted with the shotgun. But
Yeah. And he thought it was bees.
Mm-hmm. But that's my Uncle Tony.
Yeah. Well, Ray, I have been to Maine many times, and I've had Maine lobster, and Maine lobster's good, but
Most Maine lobsters, that's one of the things. Most lobsters come from Canada.
yeah, up north. I
Now,
had
there's
a
a place
buddy.
in New York that's I think it's in New York that I went to that's called Lobster and Burger. And that sounds like a real shitty name for like a lobster place, right? And man, they had the best lobster.
Well, you know what you're getting there, right?
I mean, the best lobster places, I've ever went, are the kind you sit outside and it's a wood slatted floor, and you throw everything on the ground and it falls through the cracks, and they get the helpers at the end of the shift to pull and bring it all out. Because it's not that I don't like lobster. I fucking love Alaskan king crab. So that is my jam.
Well, my thing is oysters, and I love.
Oh God, oysters! Yeah, ugliest looking thing that tastes so
They taste so good.
delicious.
The ocean in a in a bite. Love it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And yeah,
There's a
except
place
for
in
I will
Seattle.
not eat Gulf oysters.
Oh,
I just won't.
hmm.
They're nasty.
Well,
My dad has gotten sick
You're
eating
a
those.
Prince Edward Island guy exclusive.
I love Prince Edward. I like a lot of the Massachusetts lobsters. And
have
some
you
of
been
the
to
ones
Seattle? Has either one of y'all been to Seattle? I'm sure y'all have.
many
No.
times. Yes.
Okay. Well, if you've been to Seattle, then you've gone to the seafood place
Of
in
course.
Seattle.
Ivers.
Okay, I love that place. They put Dom. It was like what Dom was talking about. They put a big sheet of paper on the
Yep.
table, and then
Yeah.
they twist it and just
You
chunk
get your hammers. Yeah.
every kind of seafood.
It's
can
the
imagine.
best.
Mhm.
It is great.
Yeah.
The
put 'em on
only
the cob
thing-
potatoes. Oh, it's
Yeah. The
fantastic.
only spice they have is Old Bay.
Yeah.
Old Bay martini, miss.
Yeah, that place is great.
yeah, it is.
You know, a lot of the shacks in the wall are the places that make
Well,
good
I
food.
couldn't
You
tell
know,
you the place in Maine that we got the fried clams. And it was in, where were we? We weren't in Portland, because Portland, obviously, right there on the sea, it's fantastic. But this was in, I'm blanking the big city. Anyway, so this was inland a little bit, but it was this place.
oh,
It was
Chad.
all they did was fried clams, and my partner George, we went there and just ate like kings. They were so friggin' good. And same thing, picnic benches outside. We sat outside, we drank cold beer and ate fried clams, and we were happy dudes.
You know what is when I like have barbecues at my house? One of the things that was always a hit was while I was getting ready to cook food, I just buy a shitload of the little neck clams, and all you do is just throw them on the grill,
Yeah.
and you just you have drawn butter ready, and they just magically open up when they're perfect to eat, and just throw them on the table, and they're so
So
delicious.
good. Yep.
So just doing nothing to them.
That's the best kind of food.
It is true. Yeah, I just smacked my lips. I'm so
Yeah, if
sorry.
if it swims in the ocean, I'll eat it. Now, I'm not a big freshwater fish guy. There's not a lot of those that I really like a whole lot. But if it's in the ocean, I'll eat it.
I mean, I do like fish. It's very hard. Like I can get a ribeye or I can get a bronzino, and I'm always going to go with meat. I'm always going to go with meat. Or if I'm in a fish place, I'm more than likely going to go with king crab. Except last year when we went, where we go to Lake George, we always go to this place called a Lobster Pot, and I ordered a full order of king crab legs, and thankfully the waitress kind of leaned over. I'm like, do you know the market price? And it was like $140 or something. I was like, okay, no, maybe I won't get that.
Yeah.
But then I won't. Don't give me snow crab or blue claw. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna sit there and.
Yeah.
I just want to take a piece of meat out like that.
Yeah. But the king crab has gotten very expensive. It's not.
It's
ever cheap,
ridiculous.
but
It's all because of that stupid show.
Well, and the king crab are migrated someplace, and they're hard to catch all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So the quotas are really low, and hey,
Well, and they make such ridiculous, those conservation people.
yeah.
Yeah, now I just settle for the queen crab.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if the economy gets worse,
Slow
I'll be down
roller.
to eating, bishop crab or earl crab.
Hey, Dennis Bowles.
I can't even do prince crab.
Yeah, there you go.
We have 2 no oyster people.
Yeah, well, and my wife is a no oyster person. I mean, those are one of those things. You either really like it or you don't like it at all. No, I don't know anybody that says oysters. I can take them or leave them.
Well, my personal opinion is most people who don't eat oysters. Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff, how are you, buddy?
That was a beautiful stream you had for Wendy. I wish I could have been there, but it was excellent, man. I think most people who don't eat oysters Do it because it looks like the most disgusting thing in the world. And I think that is the oyster's defense.
Yeah.
It's like we're going to look like basically a piece of shit. You want to eat us? Okay. So, I mean, to get past and opening it up, it's kind of like it looks like guts, It doesn't look very appetizing,
Wow.
but oh
My
man,
wife says, "You're really going to eat those snot balls?" Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Yes, I am, and I'm going to be happy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you play your cards right, you'll be happy later that I did it. Just saying.
Scungili. Oh.
I think the worst thing I ever ate was we went on a we used
That
to
is a
have
good show.
we used to have a Christian youth group that was like the Boy Scouts, and they sent us out to the woods where this pond was, and we were going to catch a lot of fish, and that's what we were going to eat.
Is this where you were first molested?
No, it's just us.
That was later.
It was just the youth that was there, just us. So we all get stoned, and we eat all of our food in like one day. We're there for 3 days. But we had planned on catching all this fish and all this stuff. We had stuff like mustard and stuff. So I went out with a lure, and there was some bird out there, and I threw the fishing lure in front of the bird, and the bird picked up the lure, and he started to fly, and I reeled him in. And then I cooked him, and as I was cooking him, the rest of the guys were sitting there like, dude, man, you're really out there. But I mean, we hadn't eaten like over a day, and they were like, "You're really out there, dude. You're really out there," and we're still stoned. So I got the super munchies, and all we had was mustard. And about halfway through it, the other guys were like, "Hey, man, that kind of smells good. Can I have a bite of that?" And you put mustard on anything, and it'll go down. But right as soon as I got through eating it, and like 2 other guys ate some of it, our dads pull up and say, "Hey, we just wanted to see what y'all were doing." So I got some like hamburgers and stuff, and we're like, "Oh."
You probably ate them too. That's all right.
I didn't-
Teenagers, yeah.
I didn't feel so good, and I think it was just because I was mind screwing myself. Like, I've got some bird in my stomach right now. Oh. And I mean, that's as well as I can do. Some bird.
Well, chances are
Do what you.
just a little chicken. Yeah. Hey, you get hungry enough. Pretty amazing what you'll eat.
And of course, the Christian youth guys are all going to go out and get stoned. I mean, that.
Well,
was-
obviously.
I think it was the 70s.
That's why I'm a Christian. Yeah.
Might have been. Yeah.
Anything was possible in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved going to the church group when I was in junior high because it was my first girlfriend, Michelle Siciliano. Nice Italian girl.
Mm.
Quite a rack. And that's why I couldn't wait to go to church group.
Boobies.
Michelle. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Nice. I never went to any kind of youth group, any kind of church function. Well, I'm a good Catholic. We make pretend. We make
We don't actually
pretend,
go to church.
and we pass judgment. That's what it takes.
Fair
That's
enough.
what we do.
Well, I was the preacher's son, so.
Oh, that's right. That explains so much. It really does.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember you saying that.
Everybody was harsh on me, man. I mean, and if we're going to get.
Wouldn't so good. That'd be a great remake.
And I mean, if you were going to have a girlfriend or do certain things, I mean, it usually was around a church function, and now I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Let's say the older church women did not like me at all.
Yeah.
We used to call it the grapevine. They would tell on you from like psychically.
Yeah.
He popped a wheelie on his Evel Knievel bicycle in front of my house.
You had an Evel Knievel bicycle.
Why would you tell my dad that shit? And my dad's like, "Hey, Tom, quit popping wheelies." I'm like, "You showed me how." Well,
Yeah, you got me a bike.
Miss Ferguson said that she doesn't like it. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, how can you be Evel Knievel with no wheelies, man?
Yeah, well, you
true.
can't.
Yeah, no.
You can't.
My first bike was a Huffy.
Wow.
No nothing. Did nothing. Just wheels and pedals, you know. Not a
had a-
safe bike.
Yeah. I had a Murray,
A Murray.
and it had like the banana seat and had like the big sissy bar on the back.
Oh, really?
And here was the design flaw of this thing. So it had a cotter pin. It was just flat metal that went in so you could adjust how high the seat was back and forth and, you know, the rake on it and everything. Well, you get going down the trail or something, and that little piece of metal would like bend down, and then the sissy bar would drop, and you would smash your nuts so bad, and of course, wreck your bike.
That's a
And,
nut
you know,
smashing on a
but a
bicycle.
smart kid, then I would get my old man's hammer and I would pound the metal straight and put it back together. And then it worked until the next time that it collapsed and I smashed my nuts and wrecked the bike. And yeah, the scar on this side of the head is from that bike, and the scar on this elbow is from that bike. And yeah,
We all got scars, Chris.
I've heard that someplace.
Did y'all ever see the Evil Knievel bicycle that had the fake gas tank on it?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the
a
one
buddy
you
of mine
had, right?
One. Yeah,
Okay.
my buddy
I
had
had.
one.
And I was
was-
jumping.
But didn't that actually have shocks too?
Yes, kinda, and it had a motorcycle seat on it.
Right. Oh, yeah. My friend had one. Yeah.
I was jumping stuff, and y'all see my tooth right there?
Yeah.
That is from me eating concrete on that bicycle. I jumped over this wagon, and some grown people were watching me. You know,
Some
wagon
grown
behind
people.
it.
Some of them grown
And they're
people.
like, "Wow, this kid
Grown
is really
ass.
something." We were going to stop him, but look at him jumping stuff. So I said, "Wow!" I stuck the handle of the wagon out on the end of the wagon so I could get even further because I was jumping the wagon so easy. Well, I didn't make it over the handle, and I hit the back tire on the handle of the wagon. It flipped up, hit me in the back of the head, cut my head, made me kind of unconscious for a second. I went squiggly on it and then just ate concrete. And then all the grown-ups were like, "We told you to stop."
Yeah, that's the 70s.
Yeah.
And you probably got hit. You probably got smacked. Why are you doing such a
Yeah,
stupid
I
thing?
did. I did. As
You're bleeding, you know. Yeah.
as we're going to the doctor to get stitches, you know, my dad didn't beat me before the stitches. It was after. I think it was a bill shock, you know, and he was like, "You know, I'm not doing this because, believe me, this hurts me more than you." I'm like, "That's a bunch of bullshit right
Yeah,
there."
That is a lie.
You know,
Yeah.
for a 70s dad, my dad was actually a sweetheart. He wasn't, you know, his words could be enough generally. But there was only one time he ever put his hands on me. And it was the way he did it was so fucking cool. I've respected him forever from it. So I don't remember. I got really drunk. Me and three of my friends went through. My father was a truck driver. So every year he would bring home around Christmas like 20 bottles of liquor, you know? And one night, me and my friends just went down the line, shot, all the way down the line. So blind drunk. I don't know. I was like 15 maybe. And I passed out on the highway. And we stopped at a kid's house that I wasn't even friends with. And, you know, "Hey, is he home?" She's like, "It's like 2:00 in the morning," you know? And we left. And this woman had the sense to like contact my aunt. Back to my parents lived like, here was my mom, my house, and my aunt's house was right next door. It was actually a cool way to grow up. But anyway, she got a hold of her, and I was passed out on a place called Spur Drive South. Basically, it was like, you know, pretty much like a 4-lane highway. My dad came home, sat with me all night while I was vomiting and, you know, getting sober, stayed by my side the entire night talking to me and stuff. Next morning, he's like, "That was some night. I'm like, oh yeah, Dad, there was something. It's like, you been feeling better? Yeah, Pop. Cut up and beat the shit out of me. And I was like, damn, man, that's fucking cold. That's good. I'm gonna remember this shit.
Yeah.
And I never
there you
forgot
go.
it, you know. He took care of me,
Yeah.
and then he beat my ass.
My
But,
dad once didn't punish me at all, and I was scared for weeks.
oh yeah, like, well, when's it gonna happen?
I got caught at school with a joint, and they expelled me for 15 days. And and he didn't say anything to me for 2 or 3 days, and I swear I was like, he's gonna murder me. And to this day, we never even talk about it. We never talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, he was
So
like,
did he ever? Maybe he's still waiting.
no shit, no shit.
Yeah, he's gonna-
He was, you
He's
know,
coming
if
over
you
for
bring
his-
it up to him, he's going to be like, "I was waiting for this day."
yeah,
Well, luckily
maybe he's
my
coming over for
brothers-
Christmas or something. Go, Tom, good to see you. Bam, and he pops
Yeah.
you right there.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
my brothers and my sister just broke him, so
Oh, okay.
they put me.
Yeah, nothing left.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the parents have nothing left for the youngest. My brother got away with some shit that I would have been dead, but by
Right.
the time, and there was
Right.
just the two of us, but they wore them out.
Yeah.
And I do recall it. I was in high school, and I did some bone ass thing, and my old man got pissed, and he wasn't, as a rule, didn't get real physical with me, but man, we went to war, and busted every stick of furniture in my room, and tossed me around and everything. And of course, I'm a big football player guy, and
Hey, Charlie.
so the next day he said, well, here's the situation. I can't fucking afford to replace all the furniture in your room when you fuck up like that. So we're going to have to find a new way to deal with you.
Mhm.
That's what my dad told me right before he threw me out. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, because he went after me with the belt the last time he went after me, and I wasn't a kid anymore. Well, I thought I wasn't a kid anymore. I was like 14 years old, 15. And he
Man grown.
Yeah, well, and he hit me with the belt on the ass like he had done all my life.
Yeah.
And I just stood there and I'm like, let me know when you're done. And he was like,
Ooh,
okay.
yeah.
He was like, okay, that does it. And he thought I was gonna like leave and do one of those, after school specials where I walk out of the house and I realize everything's bad and stuff. But I grabbed my Flying V guitar and went and laid on a park bench, and these two hot chicks came up and was like, you want to live with us? I'm like, yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Here.
And then
I
my
play
dad started
guitar.
calling me and was like, my dad started calling their mom and saying, hey, make him come back home. And she's like, they don't live at home anymore. I can't make them do anything.
Was it an all white or an all black Flying V?
It was a blue one.
Blue.
Blue one.
Hmm.
And my cousin,
Little
had,
twist to the story.
yeah, my cousin had we loved Judas Priest. So my cousin had the Strat, which was a Fender Lead 2, which I still want to this day. And I had Flying V, some Antares or something, and we would like go to parties and we could play Breaking the Law. And you do that back in the 80s, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
a
It was
couple
all
of-
good.
bring you a bottle of Boone's Farm, and
Yeah.
it was the 80s. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It was-
I hear you. I love the 80s.
We even had the little thing down where we'd go together while we were playing it.
Obviously.
And we'd go to a party and hook our little amp up and play that, and they'd be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
You thought they'd just sing Yngwie Malmsteen or something.
Hmm.
Ah, yes. Good times.
I have a tendency, believe it or not, to yell at my kids a lot. Not like berate, but I get loud. They piss me off, I get loud. Or I get stressed, I get loud. So one time my younger son is like, Dad, you gotta calm down. Or something. He says to him, you're like a volcano. And my older son's like, Dan, it's all right. By the time we're old enough to really do bad things, Dad's gonna be like 70. Like I'm not gonna be able to do shit. They're gonna just rule whatever they want,
The
So
little
like
bastards
I
that
have
do
to
math.
instill now. Like I remember, at my father's worst, I was still terrified of him. Not terrified he's going to hurt me, but terrified of, he's going to disappoint him or not. I'm like, I need to instill this shit fast if I'm going to have any control over them.
They're going to grow up and write songs about you and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Payback.
Yeah, I deserve it.
Tell their
Hey.
therapist all about you.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want a kid that goes to therapy.
See, my kids were because I coached them their whole lives. I'm a football coach, a hockey coach, and everything. Me raising my voice is like that's nothing. They always said when I got quiet, that's when they got scared. It's like, oh, he's pissed because he lowered his voice and he's talking very calmly. Oh shit, now we're in trouble.
At work, when the crew's messing up and I'm yelling at you, like, what in the hell? Where were you, man? Get your ass over there. Go to work. And one time we were out in California, and that's kind of a Texas thing, I guess. We were out in California, and they were like, hey, you really just, it's not our business. You can't talk to your people that way. My whole crew looked up and was like, no, don't tell him that. Because when I get quiet, I mean, you're fired. When I like, Chris, hey, buddy. Hey, y'all go get your asses over there and go to work. Hey, Chris, no, not you. Come here. Hey, listen, we're going to go over here. I need to talk to you real quick. I mean, I've had guys just break down and start getting in tears and go, no, I'm not going over there because that means, and I'm like, no, there's no reason. And I start talking in legal terms.
Yeah.
Like, it's not you. It's not something you did. We're just no longer going, we're going different directions here. And this is what we're going to do. Yeah. And I think it's best for both of us to grow. And they're like,
apart.
No, don't do this. But they had to do something really bad.
Yeah.
Don't you just, I just love when people feel they can just interject into how you should, treat her.
Well, I mean, the thing is with our job, we tell people like, hey, man, check it out. Like, you can't. Okay, one time we were next to a Star Wars studio. They were shooting. No one even knew there was going to be that new Star Wars show that's on whatever it is. What is it? Mandalorian, right?
Yeah.
We're shooting.
Well, there's like 15 of them.
Yeah, there's 15 now, but
well, no,
that was
this
the first
before one.
Hey, Debos.
And we told them, you're in this studio. Do not go over there. Do not go over there. And they went over there and started taking pictures of themselves next to it. Now, how do you think Disney took that?
Right.
Yeah, they have no sense of humor at all.
None.
Zero.
They said we will make sure you never work anywhere, anyways,
near us. Right.
No, not near them. Anywhere
at all. Be right.
Yeah. No, that's
the end of you. And I was like, y'all come over here. And I was like, I begged y'all. I mean, I wasn't even mean to them. I begged them not to do that. And I had no choice,
You done. Yeah.
And Disney was happy with the results. I was like, those people are no longer employed for us. And they were like, if it happens again, you're sunk. I was like, okay, no, they won't. And it didn't. It didn't. It didn't.
Well, sometimes you got to push somebody off the plank.
That's why they make planks.
I was lucky I wasn't on the other end of the plank.
Yeah. No doubt. Disney they're ruthless.
Oh, you don't.
There's a lot of people in my industry that are ex-Disney people, and none of them have anything nice to say about that company.
Well, I'm just saying, it was a legal matter. They warned us, and we did it. It's like, don't touch the stove. It's hot. And they went over there and was like, is this stove hot? I mean, taking pictures with the stuff and putting it on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of that's as stupid as it gets. But we're better now.
There you go.
That was
and on the same token, that is what kids are going to do. They're going to do stupid things because God bless them. They think there is no consequence in this world. Oh, what a good time that was when you did not believe anything bad could come from anything you could ever do.
Well,
What a
we'll
good
find
feeling.
out.
Talk about freedom, boy.
Yeah, it was just their friends. They just put it on the internet, on their Facebook.
Right. Yeah.
Anybody find out?
Nobody can see that.
Yeah. No, it was minutes.
Yeah, probably.
It wasn't minutes. I'll be honest. It was hours. It was hours that they were already having legal teams come to us.
Oh yeah, that
So yeah.
Yep.
Don't do that.
F around, find out. Indeed.
That's something.
Yeah. Well, again,
Yeah, and that's why when my
Stupid
dad would get quiet with me, I was just like, this.
Yeah. Now we
And,
got problems.
now look at me. I do what he did. You know?
Yeah.
And
Funny how that works.
I understand him now. What it was is you're so mad, you can't go there.
Yeah.
You had to step back and be third person and look at it from the outside and go,
Yeah.
okay, no, we can't. There's no control.
Well, I think the key point to realize is that a yeller yells because it's they just want to, they're not going to do anything. They just let them yell, suck it up,
Yeah.
and then it's all done.
Well, a lot of times
But-
it's for their own good. You're
Yes,
trying to
of
stop
course.
them from making a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not, and you're not getting through to them. Hey, Chris, please don't do this. It's really bad, buddy. Does it come across like, are you a goddamn idiot? Don't freaking do that.
Mhm.
And maybe because as a child, maybe I would not look up at my dad until he said something like that. What? Oh shit! Don't do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the guarantee. Don't do what?
Yeah.
Where do you find this thing I shouldn't do?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm going out. Yeah.
I remember one time he got so mad at me, he caught me with like one of my first girlfriends, and he decided that was going to be the time that he taught me about the birds and the bees. And I may have had a few drinks, and he didn't know it. I'm sure he didn't know it. But I made the smart ass comment why I wasn't doing it right. And that was an instant belting, what? What are you gonna do when her mother comes over here? Do you want to have a baby? And you know what? At that age, like 14, 15, having a baby was nowhere in my mind, especially in the 70s.
No.
I was like, what are you talking about? We weren't making babies. We were doing this.
Yeah, exactly. It was totally different. Yeah.
Little disconnect there. Yeah.
This was fun.
I remember senior prom, I want to say. And so, I had stopped in the house to change clothes and pick up supplies and everything. And so
Supplies.
I'm heading out to the car and everything.
Various
And my
lubricants.
mother looks down from the window, and I'm carrying a sleeping bag. and she goes, "Where are you guys going?" And of course, always the quick answer guy. I said, "Oh, we're going bowling." And my mother turns to my father in there and goes, "Oh, you see what your son's doing? He says he's going bowling with a sleeping bag." And my old man was, half asleep, is like, whatever, he's gonna do what he's gonna do. And yeah.
We used to call it camping out a lot, but like I said, it was a different time.
Yeah.
And we'd go, yeah, we're going to camp out. And all the guys would say, I'm going to camp out over at his house. He's going to camp out at my house. We're going camping out. But we really had nowhere to go, and we would run the whole town all night,
We would just all party, and we'd all meet in the woods.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we had a place
Yeah.
down the Platte River.
We'd all
Everybody
have
knew.
to steal some kind of alcohol, something to drink, something to eat.
Yeah.
It was like a potluck party in the woods.
Yeah, somebody could always get a keg. So we'd meet down by the Platte River, and somebody had a keg, and throw $5 in the hat, and you bought a cup. Give me $5. Here's your cup.
Well, that's the one thing I don't understand, different times, because nowadays kids are like, give me attention, give me attention, give me attention. when I was young, I was like, please leave me the hell alone.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
I've got all the attention I need. I'm gonna have to try to come up with a good lie. And that's another thing I tell like the guys I work with when they're like, yeah, I was coming to work and a tire fell off my car and I wrecked and died. I'm like, come on, man. Dude, at least have the common courtesy to give me a good lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Make a good lie. Come
We've
on.
heard it all before. You know,
Like,
abducted by
you know what? There
aliens.
was
Come
a
on.
bear outside fisting to kill you, and I fought it tooth and nail to save your life. And you know, some good shit, but you know,
Fuck.
they just don't lie good anymore.
You know, speaking of good lies, like a month or so ago, I was actually hysterical. Came home, my little guy was torn up, man. He's like a tough kid, but when his emotions get up, he was bawling. Like, what happened? And he's like, I had to do a big report for school, and Andy ate my homework, and I just lost it. I'm like, this really happens? I'm like, my dog literally ate my son's homework. And he's crying. I'm hysterical laughing. I'm like, Danny, this has been used,
We're gonna
over
have to come up
the
with something better.
centuries, and it has never worked for anyone. And you got to go into school tomorrow and tell your teacher that dog ate your homework. And she's not going to believe you, but it's damn true.
A dog did eat my homework.
Yeah.
And then the teacher took me to other teachers, like on tour at the
Yeah.
school.
Uh-huh.
Said, tell Miss Klein what you just told me. I'm like, I was coming to school and this big dog started chasing me while I was walking, and I was running, and the homework fell out of my book, and the dog started chewing it up. And they were just laughing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it happened. It really happened.
That's why I went into complete uncontrollable hysterics when I saw it happen to my own child, in my own home, my own dog. I was just, no one's ever going to believe this happened to you, Daddy.
Right.
And that kid will think of anything to not do his work, That's all you got to get.
It happens.
Well, that's it. And they never believe. I had a gym teacher in junior high. Okay, and I'm playing basketball with my buddies. Okay, so in junior high, I'm like, I don't know, 5'7", 5'8", and my buddies most of them are already over 6 foot. But playing basketball, and I just go up, and one of the guys blocks one of my shots, and it changes the arc of it, and hits my gym teacher directly in the back of the head as he was going out the door, and slams his head. And so he goes, Lane, get your ass in my office. And he goes, you got a problem with me? I went, Coach, no, why would I have a problem with you? He goes, why don't you man up and just admit you have a problem with me? And I said, I have no idea what you're talking about, Coach. He goes, you threw that ball in the back of my head. I said, Coach, I swear to God, no. Munson blocked the shot. I was just playing basketball. He goes, you expect me to believe that bullshit? And of course, none of my buddies would.
No,
they were all like,
I just want to see
what's at you. Oh, he gave me a D- for that semester.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he didn't buy it.
I had a coach like that, and we had boys on one side of the gym and girls on the other side of the gym.
With the collapsible wall, the accordion wall.
No, you could see each other. And I didn't like wearing the gym shorts back then because it was, the 70s, 80s. They all looked like, the tidy-whitey.
Yeah, they were pretty silly.
And so I was like, I lost my gym shorts. And he's like, look, I got you a new pair. And they were huge because I was like, he's like, why do you not like them? I was like, because they're too tight. And he's like, well, here. And he gave me this big, huge pair. And I was such a dick. And I mean, really a dick. The girls were sitting on the other side of the gym. And I would purposely hang my balls and nuts out the side of my gym shorts and or some other members of my anatomy and lean on the thing and be like, oh, hey. And he'd come over and be like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm resting. We just did laps and stuff. I'm resting. He's like, you know what you're doing? I was like, oh, no. Oh, excuse me. And I would take them and then put them over and they would fall out the other side.
Don't Delightful.
He told me, he's like, you're so close to me punching you out. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm fixing to lose my job. I'm fixing to punch you out.
There you
And the
go.
girls across the gym were laughing. I should have had some shame, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, same gym teacher. I mean, we would do wrestling, and I mean, I'm a jock and everything, but I sucked at wrestling. It was the one thing I really wasn't a good wrestler. And I even used to lie about my weight because I was always heavier than I looked. And I'd lie about my weight, 20 pounds. I'd still get my ass kicked. So one semester, he goes, all right, well, we have to give you choices now. So you can wrestle with us men, or you can go over to the ladies' side of the gym and do gymnastics. And I went, see ya, I'm out of here. And so I went over with all the girls in their leotards, and we're doing gymnastics, and worked for me. And I love gymnastics. Still fun for me.
Yeah.
Good balance, and I didn't have to, grapple with other sweaty guys. I
You
got
know,
to spot for the girls.
I was back in I guess you couldn't fail because of gym because I refused to play any sport. Like I would do except dodgeball. That's not a sport. That's just fun.
That's
I
just
would
fun.
I would do anything active, but I would not play a team sport. Just like all right, just you go to the right field or whatever, and the ball get hit, and I go like this.
Hey, there it goes.
And then they had fishing. There was a
Fishing.
good bunch of potheads that we all like as I've been playing football, and they started a fishing thing, and we would actually grab stupid fishing poles and go to this toxic lake that was right next to the school. Not one fish lived there, and we'd sit there for 45 minutes. Just so you know, it was
Good
hysterical.
stuff.
God, I was not a sports fan.
Yeah, no, I
Growing
loved
up.
it. But yes, Chad, I only look like I was great at wrestling. It truly was not a good sport for me. It's way better at everything else.
Home ec. I used to always take home ec every year. I'd take home.
Oh, I loved home ec
because we would get stoned at lunchtime,
Mm-hmm.
and by the time home ec got there, I was hanging out with all the cheerleaders, eating cookies.
Yeah.
And people and the guys were like, "Why aren't you in shop?" And I don't even think they have auto mechanics now, but they had mechanics then.
Yeah.
And I was in agriculture and home ec, and there was no bigger really total stoner classes than that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was way different times. Way different.
Way
Mhm.
different. No.
I remember my high school had a smoking section.
Yeah. No.
It was and right through the woods was a 7-Eleven. So there'd be 30, 40 kids walking through school with big gulps. And we just all just bombed. Everyone's like just
times at
getting
school.
wasted all day at school.
Yeah.
We actually went. I think it's still on Facebook. When you were such a pain in the ass, and like I said, my dad kicked me out, and I was still trying to go to school and go to work. But I went to a school that was called Constant High. And you could eat, drink, and smoke in class.
In class, wow.
In class, and come and go. No
Jokes
bells.
write themselves.
Bubble in the dots, and I still had problems because it was like the 80s.
Yeah.
We were really totally drunk at school and stuff. I'm kind of glad that kind of stuff doesn't go on anymore. But
God, friendlies. You could do a whole show just talking about going to friendlies.
There you go.
I did not actually. I didn't start drinking coffee until I went in the army. Hey, Princess LDG, and I wasn't even drinking coffee at that time. I was eating coffee grind.
Yeah.
I was 17 in Germany, so we would go out every night, different bars, just get blasted till 3, 4, Reveille is at like 5:30 in the morning, and then you do like an hour of PT and you run 2 miles. So we would get just about no sleep. I don't think I ever did it not drunk. So we Folgers crystals, and we'd all just trying to get something. But I tell you, man, I was in shape, boy. I was a road guard. So when we were all running, you would have to have, like police do at funerals, block off intersections. So we would have to run ahead to stop traffic. And I would smoke like a half a pack of cigarettes on a 2-mile run. I can barely walk today, but man, the things you could do when you're young.
Yeah, exactly. You could do all kinds of stupid shit. But then you get old and you can't.
Things that make you feel better, Lori, aren't supposed to taste good. That's my tried and true thing with medicines. Like the worse a medicine tastes, oh yeah, this is going to do the trick.
Yeah, this is going to work for me. Yeah. Yeah, if it tastes good.
I don't know. Somehow I had myself convinced that if they're putting stuff in it that makes it taste better, it's by leaving out some of what makes you feel better.
Yeah, and that's
so
usually
give me some
true.
shitty, like Ricola is the only cough drop that works. Why? Oh, you don't put a Ricola in your mouth unless you really have a sore throat,
Right. I thought it was. I used to think it was a test.
Yeah.
Say, I'm sick, and they'd be like, "You're going to take this medicine."
All right, I'll go to school.
Yeah, I just thought the Swiss were assholes. People fuck with them.
Like
What's
I
this
remember,
in your
like
mouth, idiots.
Cough drops, like Luden's cherry. Those secrets. They came in that little tin. They were delicious. Like the whole thing. And then Luden's came out with like cough drops that were licorice and honey. And I loved licorice, man. I would still just munch on them if they had them.
I still kind of do that every now and then.
Yeah, we keep Halls around. I don't use them very often, but it's got enough menthol in it that it's good. It tastes okay, kind of.
Well, say I go outside to smoke, or I have a smoke break at work or something, and a client comes through. I go, oh shit, and I'll throw in one of those Halls, like you said, in my mouth, and they're like, oh yeah. You don't smell. I don't smell like cigarettes. I smell like mentholyptus or something.
Yeah, that's
like
better.
drawn in. What are those koala bears and shit? what are they? The eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Yeah.
Laurie, as the woman said in Poltergeist, all are welcome. Step into the light. Saturday Night Alive. All
if you're
are
a zombie
welcome.
and can play guitar or sing, you're welcome. We don't care if you're dead or not, or undead. We don't care. Hey, speaking of these kind of remedies, remember when Alka-Seltzer was a thing?
I just have to back up. You intended to say remedies, but you said remedies?
Who knows what I said? Yeah.
Which one?
Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer. Blah,
Remember that?
blah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, that stuff was nasty.
And I don't know when the last time I seen a BC powder. I mean, what the hell's up with that? Is there any more disgusting way? Have you ever seen a BC powder?
No.
It's just a crushed aspirin in a little wrapper, and you opened it up and you put it in your mouth, and it was like you may as well chew up an aspirin in your mouth. Like,
no.
Powder. Yeah, well, I'm like really old.
I just remember how nasty, salty Alka-Seltzer was, and then it was fizzing, and it was like saltwater wash with fizz.
Now, I always thought it was like a hangover thing, but was it meant for something else?
Well, hangovers, yes, but apparently it's a cold remedy. A lot of people use.
Okay.
I
think it's stomach too. Now they got the same thing. We had the same thing at the shop. Emergency. Have you seen that stuff?
Yeah, Emergency.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like vitamin C flavored Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, exactly. It's not great either. I've taken that stuff twice, And the first time I didn't read the instructions and I took it wrong, and it was even nastier. It's like, what?
I think I'm taking it wrong then. What?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm like. Oh my God! And I'm reading the label and going, "Well,
My
you
f-
dipshit! No wonder."
My favorite medicine of all time, though, well, the cough syrup you used to get in the army. That was good. Pure codeine in syrup, you know. But what NyQuil? Good God, like NyQuil could fix anything, man.
Oh, NyQuil, yeah.
When I was young, like I was like, oh, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Take NyQuil, pass out, sweat. I wake up like drenched, and I was all right. I'm good. That was I'd like take NyQuil for anything.
Yeah.
Like I just got shot. Give me the NyQuil.
And then there's Vicks, man. That Vicks, man.
Yeah, I'm not a Vicks guy.
Oh,
I still keep that around. I like Vicks Vapor Rub. Just open up the.
Did you ever see the little sniffer things that you stuck in your nose, like your nose?
Oh,
would be
yeah,
stopped
yeah,
up
yeah.
and you put it up there and go,
Like amyl nitrate.
Yeah, and I could.
just like it.
Pretty much.
Just like it. We used to call that rush, I think, back in school.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
when
poppers.
someone said anal nitrate, I was like, oh, what? No, you sniff it.
And I remember like coming home from school as a kid, and as soon as you walk in the door, I'm going like, oh, mom's not feeling good. Because like Bengay, you get the smell of Bengay throughout the whole home. Mom's having a rough day.
Yeah.
Let's
not
just
going
go
well.
outside.
Yeah, all those remedies things. Well, that's what I was telling Don because he was feeling a little under the weather. I just got to the point in my life where I don't use any of that stuff. I stock up vitamins. I take zinc and vitamin D and vitamin C, B every day. And I haven't had the flu in 26 years now, and I've had like I don't know 7 or 8 colds maybe in that time.
Ah.
Keeps those little viruses from replicating, and because I remember when I was younger and I'd try and take NyQuil and all that stuff. I always ended up feeling worse.
Wow, Jeanette Bath, you had a crazy family.
Woo!
My grandfather used to put turpentine on everything.
Party, yeah.
Like, no,
Old timers really believed in that.
Yeah.
I fell down and got road rash on a motorcycle out in the desert in California and really messed up bad. I had scratches all over my back and stuff. And he was like, hold on. You don't want to get infected. And I didn't live with him, so I didn't know this crazy ass shit was fixing to happen. He was like, come here. Now let's just put some of this. And I thought, oh, it's rubbing alcohol. This is going to sting. And he put that turpentine on my back. And man, I saw. I really saw stars.
I believe it.
I saw stars right there.
But you didn't get an infection, did you?
No, I didn't.
Here's like something only people from when we grew up would remember. Who here, when they were a kid, got a tick that needed to be removed,
Ooh.
and Dad comes like with a cigarette. This is gonna hurt.
Oh shit!
And they just burn your ass.
Yeah.
I'll teach you to put a hat on when you're playing in the woods, dumbass. Dad's gonna burn you with a cigarette, man. A few times.
Yeah. And go figure. Like all it took was a hot bath,
Yeah. No. This
That's
works.
So they can't breathe. Yeah. I only had one once when I was a kid. My mom just put mineral oil on it, so it couldn't breathe, and out it came, and it was no big deal.
Well, back when we'd go hunting, there's these little tiny ones that they call seed ticks. And they're not like the big dog ticks, but they'll get all over your like from your knees down, and it freaks me out. Because I start thinking about all those tick diseases and stuff, and they're like,
Yeah, they're getting nasty anymore.
Yeah.
Lyme's disease and that shit. Yeah, no, you don't want a tick. But yeah, that was the thing. But see, my family, none of them were smokers or anything, so we didn't have. I mean, we would have had to look for a match and everything. So we just, that was the trick we used, is just put the mineral oil on them.
I think John Hall has got Lyme's disease from a tick.
Very well could be. They're nasty back. I had a coworker that had it and he lived in Jersey. And yeah, that's bad stuff because he didn't know what it was for a while. And then if you don't treat it right away, it gets bad.
Yeah.
That's always crazy. Have you seen that John Hall YouTube show where, Hall and Oates?
Yeah, sure.
Well, John Hall, it's called Hall's House or something.
Yeah, Daryl's house.
Yeah, Daryl's house.
Daryl's house.
It's
Oh,
now
yeah.
it's now like a chain restaurant.
Really?
They have them all
Yeah.
over the place. Yeah.
And like Joe Walsh came in there and like all kinds of badass people. How cool would that be to have those people come to your house, just sit around and jam?
And eat.
That would-
Yeah, pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Now, I used to watch that show whenever. Now I guess it's
Oh
back
yeah. I
on
mean,
again.
it was good when it was first on because it literally was at his house. But then it got to be so popular. My wife and her girlfriends went to one like a while back. And music bands playing and basically.
restaurant.
Food.
Yeah.
Did she write a restaurant review though?
Wow, that's cool.
No. I would not marry someone who writes restaurant reviews. No,
It
good
wasn't
nor
good.
bad.
It wasn't.
Excuse me.
It wasn't good.
No, I think she was out drinking. I'm sure she had a good time. Yeah,
Yeah.
It wasn't with me, so must have had a real good time.
I mean, one time they had Earth, Wind, and Fire in there, and I mean, he's had such great people there.
Oh, phenomenal people. Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, what must that be? Oh, it had Cheap Trick there. I mean, wow,
That's cool.
yeah. Oh yeah, Cheap Trick just came over and did a few tunes in my little home studio there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know how I roll.
Hey, Pookie.
Bookian.
Pookie.
Yeah, Chad says, well, let's run a pole vault house. We've had that before.
Well, my friends, as much fun as I'm having, I am gonna have to say goodnight to y'all now.
I understand. We had planned on this contingency because
Yes.
not 100% yet, and we don't want to push it. So
I know every time I'm going like this too much, I'm like, yeah, that means it's time to
yeah,
quit.
it's time to go. No, that's fine.
So you guys stay and have fun.
Yeah, we're gonna hang for a little while.
Anybody else want to come on up? Come on up. Drop the link again there, Mr. Chris.
I'll
Yeah,
do it.
it's Pookie's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Pookie.
It's always Pookie's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Except
Well,
on her
that's good.
actual birthday. That's the only day it's not Pookie's birthday.
You too, Feisty. Thank you.
I did not
Good night, Laurie. Waka waka.
Yeah, I
Waka
seen the
waka.
Feisty show the other night.
To who?
Feisty has her own stream. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
She was
fun.
dropping videos.
Oh yeah.
I hung out there a couple times. It's kind of fun. Good, fun people.
That's that like
She's a serious night owl. She doesn't.
her. Yeah, her devoid. There's like indie. There's like this whole batch that's just way too late for me to
Yeah.
go and like enjoy myself and then stay.
Yeah. The only thing that saves me is the time zone change.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a little later.
I guess East Coast. You miss a lot. So much more happens after our zone. All right. Anyway, everyone, talk to you later. Chris, talk to you tomorrow. Paul,
All right.
Walt, thanks for
See
hanging
you,
out, bro. Good to see you. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Dom. And there he goes, Dominic Torgrossa.
And then there was two.
And then there was two.
Two enter, one leaves.
That's right.
Welcome to
Because
the
there can only
Thunderdome.
be one Highlander.
Yeah, or yeah, something. Oh man, I knew some people really took that one serious.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some people. What was that? Highlander? Highlander.
Yes. Highlander.
Yeah, man. I knew some people that just like lived that shit, man.
Yeah.
I
Some people
didn't
take
even
this shit
understand.
too seriously.
Yeah. But man, I hadn't watched any TV. When was the last time you watched a TV show?
I will sometimes turn stuff on while I'm cooking, but then I don't pay any attention to it because it's just background noise. So yeah.
I mean, we have a TV, but it's hooked up to PC. I mean, we do the
Yeah.
Chrome stick thing where it hooks up and we just play the internet through the TV. I don't remember the last time I watched a TV show. I think it had like 3 ladies that talked to their boss over a phone named Charlie. Thank goodness for
Charlie.
them. What me and my cousins used to actually punch each other fighting over which Charlie's Angel we were going out with.
It's so silly. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that wasn't happening. And we would always we could settle for Kate, whatever, you know the one that Andy Gibb killed himself over. Kate Jackson, yes.
Okay.
And but we all wanted Farrah Fawcett, but the toughest one got Farrah Fawcett, you know.
I see.
And I think, I just said on one show, I think the dirtiest I've ever been, Chris, the dirtiest I've ever been and the foulest I've ever been was around age 10. And everybody's like, wow, you're so little on the side now. I'm like, oh, no, I filter myself now.
Now I'm filtered. Okay.
Yeah.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is pole vault filtered. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. Like like Coors.
Yeah. I only watch when I do occasionally watch. I like to watch people do stuff. So like Forged in Fire, and I've never done any of that, but I find it fascinating. So, a bunch of big fat guys pounding on steel. I'll watch
I got
that.
addicted to that. I got axes and I started getting axes and forging shit. And yeah, I got over that. I got a little bit. There's only so many swords and axes and shit.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's cool and everything, but yeah, how many knives can a guy have?
Right. And the answer is a lot, but still,
Yeah.
And will it kill? What was that? Was that that same show? Will it kill?
Yeah, exactly. Will it kill? This weapon will kill. Yeah, I don't know why he says it that way, but
Yeah. You made a pocket knife. This weapon will kill.
yeah. And I love it. He always flashes it around. I like its balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's totally necessary, man.
Yeah. Well, TV, right?
Yeah.
But I do watch cooking shows. I'm into that. And then I watch hockey, and that's about it. I didn't watch hockey tonight. I started watching, and then the show came on. But
I watch a lot of paranormal shows, but they've just gotten really bad.
yeah, no, those things are all dumb. I can't watch that.
I only liked it when they get scared, and when they don't get scared anymore, it ruins it,
Yeah.
I like the ones where they're like, oh my God, what? But not the setup ones. It's like where Joey the cameraman stepped on a board and it broke and scared the shit out of him and stuff. I like those. But I don't like. I watch you guys. I had to fight hard to think of anything I watch anymore.
Yeah, there's just not a whole lot. I'm trying to think. Oh, now I will say this: I watch Moonshiners, and again, it's all bullshit. They're all legal distillers, and they all pretend that they're out in the woods making moonshine. But I like the show for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, I watched Salad Fingers the other day. You ever seen that guy?
No.
It's this cartoon where the guy's got, I guess, lettuce for fingers, and he's named Salad Fingers.
Okay, that's a concept.
And he started. Oh, you got to see it, Chris. It's great. It's really weird, really weird. And the guy quit making the cartoons, but he got to be a millionaire from the cartoons, and now he started making them again.
Okay.
It's I can't. It's so weird. I can't even explain it.
Yeah, some of those I don't like. Adult Swim, the Teenage Hunger Force.
Yeah.
I watched that for a couple of years, and I'm like, what the fuck is actually going on here? Never understood it. Just didn't get it.
This goes beyond this. This is like watching some kind of trip on TV or something.
Okay.
It's really he goes, oh, I like rusty spoons, and he rubs his lettuce fingers on spoons, and Yeah, it's really that's probably the most sanest thing he does. He has these finger puppets. He goes, so
Okay.
yeah. Chris, like, okay, now don't. I don't know. I don't know when the last time I watched a reality show though, like one of those.
Well, that's the thing. They're all. My wife watches the Horrible Housewives of Wherever. Sometime that's her little trash TV, and we decided the best crossover possible would be all of those drunks go out with the moonshiners in the woods, and they all get trashed. That I think would be entertaining. You know, Billy Clyde and all the Beverly Hills housewives, and they're drinking moonshine, and then they get in a fake fight and start yelling at one another. You said my dog was ugly.
It wouldn't last long.
Yeah.
It wouldn't last long, especially if you threw the housewives in there.
That's what I'm saying. I think it would be entertaining.
What is it? I was thinking of the other day. I keep on thinking of it. I was thinking it'd be cool to have a show on here where you remember that show, Name That Tune?
Yes.
How cool would it be to have an independent artist name that tune? Because
That
I
would
watch
be
you,
fun.
I watch you guys more than I watch anything.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, I think I'm pretty good at knowing all the independent artists. Yeah.
That would actually. There's a concept.
I can name that. I can name that Mr. Smith tune in like 2 beats. I could do it. I seen that show one time and they said, one dude said, I can name that tune in 1 beat. And he did it.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's badass.
Yeah. It was like,
I remember there used to be some back in the day. Man, there was some good game shows,
mhm. Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares, classic.
And I stole half my dirty jokes from a thing called the Match Game.
I was about to say the best one was no doubt Gene Rayburn Match Game.
Yeah. He said, when I get up in the morning, I like to stick my foot in
The blank. Yeah,
dun,
and of
dun.
course all comedians up there, and
Yeah.
they all had fed 'em lines and everything. Oh, that show was classic.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to.
No, they don't.
The thing is I think kids are really exposed to too much shit nowadays. I'm so happy I got to be a kid for a little while.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, I mean, back then they would disguise the dirty jokes,
Yeah.
They would like, hey, he did the woo woo, and as I was like, the woo woo, what is that, a hat or something,
Yeah.
and
Well, that's
as
it.
the grown-ups are like,
Now, now you look back on it with different eyes. The whole Pepe Le Pew. Remember the Pepe Le Pew cartoons?
oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was
Rapist.
wrong.
I mean, that's a rapist. But we thought it was funny. It's chasing the cat with the stripe on the back by accident. But no, it was a rapist.
Oh, when I was a kid, I used to play like I was Pepe Le Pew with my own cat. I'd be like, "Come here, kitty," because my cat was one of them grumpy ass cats that didn't want to fucking let you pet him or anything. So I'd be like, "Come here, kitty," and he would, hey, after you pet him for a little while, he'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm purring, and I'd be like, "I'm Pepe Le Pew."
Oh,
I mean, Shotgun Sam and
Yosemite Sam.
yeah,
You ragey varmint.
and there's like tons of kids restaurants and stuff, and I remember the day that McDonald's was like, we're no longer Jack in the Box, we're no longer for kids, and I'm like, I had like 4 kids. I'm like, well, you suck.
Yeah.
What the hell? We used to go there and have a good time. Now it's about, watch what I eat and stuff as you're feeding me trash.
Yeah. Was that before or after they killed all those people with the tainted meat?
Yeah. Right. It's like, now
don't
we're
forget.
healthy.
Yeah.
We're sexy.
We're healthy. 30% less botulism.
Right. Yeah.
You're welcome.
We can't tell the
No,
difference
we're not going to
between
kill you
bad and
anymore. We're
brown.
just going to make you really sick. You're just going to wish you were dead.
And
Thanks.
last time I went to Burger King, I was just ill. after I went there. I was just like, I can't hardly stand the fake stuff anymore.
No, I can't do it. Like we were talking about earlier, I will eat an Egg McMuffin. That's about the only fast food I'll eat.
Yeah, well, that's because they're delicious, but
They are delicious. And on whole, about as healthy choice as they have on their menu.
yeah, because there's only so much crap they can do to
Yeah, egg, cheese, and a muffin. Yeah.
yeah.
Of course, I always get sausage on there because duh.
Man, did you see me share the show the other day?
I don't know that I did.
Well, you mind if I?
But again, I had a lot of concussions, so maybe I didn't. I don't remember.
Do you mind if I share this show?
No, don't share away. I don't mind
Do
anything.
you believe in love after life or something? Life, whatever. Do you believe in life after love? Oh, hey, there you go.
There.
What's up? Now listen, I'm tired as fuck.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play this for you.
Okay.
can
Well,
only
the
do it
show
live.
just got a lot better looking. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming on.
Stop it. I'm a wreck right now.
Well,
All right,
you
here we
know
go.
what? A lot
I have
less
this
facial
saved
hair.
in my phone. What's that?
A lot less facial hair than
That's true.
Tom and
That's
I.
true. Hi, Paul.
Hey,
Am I screaming?
yeah,
No.
I just didn't. Has Don got a hold of you yet?
About what? Waka waka.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Don,
In a
Don
biblical
Henley,
sense, what are we saying?
from your short today.
Oh, Dawn. I know. I'm like, who's Dawn? I didn't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
of-
yeah. Like
No
the
copyright.
guy from the Eagles Bay.
Yeah, you know, the Eagles Bay. Shh.
Yeah,
I didn't get a copyright.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Nice.
Here we go. Can you hear it?
Yes.
It's fucking awesome. I have it saved to my phone because I love it.
Okay, that's too good.
That's cool. I hadn't.
What keeps going on? Hold on. It's a long version. Hi, Feisty. Hey, Chad. It's funky. Should I end it?
Yeah, it's on infinite. That was loops before there were loops.
It keeps going. All right.
I haven't heard
yeah.
that probably 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that
minimum.
awesome? It brings
Yeah.
back memories. And I also have this. This is why I came on.
Oh, there.
we go.
Ricola.
Let's taste it together, shall we?
Yeah,
Yay.
Put that in your mouth.
Ugh. I bought these when I was trying to learn how to sing, and I was like, oh, maybe it'll, give me creamy vocals.
No.
Yeah, let us know how that works out.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's not helping. I still suck.
yeah, that's what I was supposed to say. I'll probably eat a package then.
I thought I had Vicks downstairs.
Oh,
but I
hell, Don Henley's here.
don't. Dawn, oh shit! Look out!
Oh,
No.
damn it.
I told you, Lori. I told you.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Don't copy. Hey, we don't touch the Eagles, Don.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
It was 30 seconds. You can't claim anything.
Yeah.
All right,
we're
this is
not,
kind of good. It's
we're not sheltering criminals here, Don.
It's a little lemony with a tint of honey and a lot of vapor.
Nice.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Henley, you pervert. I don't think that has anything to do with music.
Hey, Kurt.
What's wrong
All
with
right,
you?
get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of this. Well, there's a
So-
lot of herbs in there. And so, that's why they
Did it
they're
help?
botanicals.
There you go.
Ooh,
Say,
Coming up
well,
this figure.
Henley's an older guy, so maybe that's true.
Don Henley, Don Henley, Don Henley, Don Henley. Why is somebody say it 3 times fast?
Don
Anyhow.
Henley, Don Henley, Don Henley. Well, I don't know that was.
Hi, Hugh.
Huey is still here.
It's gonna be a heartache tonight. A heartache tonight. I know. You did that? You did that
Yeah.
one?
I can't believe you weren't taken out and shot. The Eagles are tough. They
Yeah,
are.
no lie.
Them and
No,
Metallica,
I
man.
did
Just Don't
I did
touch
Hotel
them.
California. Got nothing.
That's there's a couple ways to look at that. That you're
Yeah.
very fortunate and the AI didn't pick it up, or your version was so off kilter that it didn't recognize that it was Hotel California.
We sucked so bad that nobody picked it up.
Well, and
Yeah.
that's what I have done one cover, and it was a Priest cover, and I never didn't get the copyright even claim against it. I'm like, well, my version must really be bad then, because, I did a couple other Priest ones and I got copyright claims right away.
Who's Priest?
Judas Priest.
Oh, Judas.
Yeah. God, there's only one Priest.
Avoid did the solo to
you're going to
Hotel
church.
California on Ray's show, and it got taken down.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't screw around.
Yeah, I heard
I did
they're
the solo.
Don's bad. Don, we see you. And Ozzy, right? But we did Ozzy.
Yeah. Now, Ozzy tends not to be. Metallica's the metal guys. Metallica's bad. Priest will give you a claim, but they're not gonna go after you for make you take it down or anything.
Priest.
They just want the publicity.
Feisty, what are you dying about?
We did a rabbit hole, and we were doing stuff backwards.
Yes.
And I mean,
I'm
they
with
got on it backwards. The Zeppelin doesn't mess around.
Well, because they recorded it backwards, they know what's hidden in there, because they're
like,
everyone
hey,
knows they're
let's play
Satanists,
the
right?
way.
So they weren't fooling. Yeah.
I
you
heard
needed
that,
cooling.
Oh, very good.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I like that. No, I heard that if you want to like take images from an official video, if you invert the video, it screws up the algorithms and they don't recognize it.
Okay.
It doesn't work all the time, but so if you put it into your software program and invert it and make it backwards, somehow it doesn't get picked up. Try it.
Well, what I do to get around the copyright strikes?
What
all the
I
time
do to get around copyright. No, go ahead.
It's just suck really bad. That's all you-
Time the fuck out. A Boston person making fun of somebody's accent.
He
Did
is
everyone
so
get that?
Mexican, according to Chad.
Yes,
Go ahead.
according to
What do
Chad.
you do? What do you do?
I was born on a rodeo, so it was
Yeehaw!
not that far. Not that far. And the thing is like everywhere I go in the world, as soon as I get off, they don't say, "Look, it's an American." They're like, "Look, it's a Texan." Oh my,
They
oh
know.
my God.
Well, it's its own independent country.
And they
Was
think
and-
we ride horses and wear cowboy hats all the
I
time.
know.
You born and raised in Texas?
Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Well, I would have thunk something more southeast.
More south. You don't get more south than Texas.
Well, no,
It's
Texas
central.
has a total different. It's a Texas dialect. There's
everybody
no
always says
question
this.
that that's a Texas versus Arkansas or Mississippi or there's
Yeah, he sounds like Mississippi.
no. You've never been to Mississippi.
No, I haven't.
They're
I've been to
kinda
Texas,
more
though, a few times.
slower with it.
I drove from Texas back to Massachusetts once,
Jeez.
cross country,
Yep.
with my sister before phones. And we got in an accident on the George Washington Bridge. We rear-ended some guy, and he's like, "Oh, you poor Massachusetts girls." He didn't yell at us,
You made it from Texas all the way there and crashed on the George Washington. Okay.
right? I was so close to home,
Really?
so close.
I guarantee you, if it would have been me that rear-ended him, it wouldn't have been so nice.
Yeah, no, he was nice to us. Yeah,
Yeah. It must be nice to. My wife will hit somebody and be like, "The guy got out and said it was okay. I hit his Porsche, but he said it was okay."
yeah, cute.
I'm like, my door dinged this one guy, and he's like trying to shoot me.
Can I tell you? I've gotten pulled over several times. I've never gotten a ticket once in my life. Not once. Not one ticket. Doing 90 on 495.
Yeah.
Where you going, little lady?
For you. I have never gotten a state patrol ticket. I've talked to the state patrol a number of times, never gotten a ticket, but I got one right by my neighborhood. Just a big, big female deputy sheriff, and she clearly did not like my face, and
My
I
face.
was like, I'm getting a ticket, and yes, ma'am, thank you, and yeah.
Well, at least you didn't give her field sobriety.
Yeah. Well, it was 11 o'clock in the morning, so
Oh, yeah,
my
that's
odds were
typical for you.
good.
Awesome.
Here when you get out, you can't hardly tell, but my hair's down to about the middle of my back.
Stand up.
Stand
Show the
up, get
crowd.
up.
Come on, stand up.
See,
It's
Yeah,
good
black hair on a
in
black
there.
t-shirt. Yeah, there we go. That's helpful.
See, it's like,
Yeah, can't see
I mean,
shit.
this is my beard. My beard goes like my
Oh my
goatee
God.
goes over my head. But the thing is when the Texas police pull you over and you look like me, you're gonna have a.
You
They
stereotyped.
usually let me go, but only after they've gone through everything. And
Yeah, profiling.
One time I was like driving my truck and a Taco Bell burrito slid off the dash of my truck. And I didn't know where that son of a bitch went for like a year. And the cops are like, we're going to search your truck. And I'm like, okay, man, go for it.
Can you find the burrito for me?
Well, no, and about that time, they're like, we got something over here. And they started unwrapping it. And it was green. And you would have thought, oh, this is grass or something. He opens it up and he's just like,
Good. That's karma, you prick.
yeah. Well, I told him he could search my tackle box too. I had in the back of the truck, which had catfish bait in it. And he was good.
Yeah. That's funny. No, I get it. I got pulled over by State Patrol outside of Golden. I was at the Railroad Museum and got me in it. That was my old Explorer, which had tinted windows, and it was just a training thing. It was like, oh, we'll profile this guy, and I don't think these tints are legal. And I said, sir, I bought it at the dealership. I guarantee it's legal. Well, I don't have my tint kit, so I can't tell for sure. I'm gonna give you a warning. I'm like, and his trainer is back there in the car, and I said, bro, I know what's going on here. So, my license, registration, I'm fine. May I go? Yeah, all right, but check those windows. Yeah, sure will. Have a nice day.
I was driving my red T-top Camaro home from a friend's house one night, and I'm just about 2 miles from my house. Like I said, it always happens close to home, right?
Right.
And I'm digging in the console. I'm like, I needed like an air freshener. Like I had a tree air freshener I wanted to put up. Just felt like putting it up. And I get pulled over, and the guy's like, you crossed the yellow line. I go, I was digging for an air freshener. They let me go.
Yeah.
Yay. That must be
They actually made me do the alphabet backwards.
I'm
And I
not sure
passed.
I could do that.
No.
If I'd been drinking, I might have a shot. Sober, probably not.
Did it better drunk. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they kind of know nowadays, like I hadn't been pulled over in a long time, but the last time they pulled me over, I was like, what?
Yeah, what?
They're like, oh, fuck it. This guy's I am.
Are we bothering you, Paul?
Yeah. No,
You're like, why? I don't got time for this.
And the same thing at the airport. I came through the airport drunk with a blow-up doll in LAX.
Well, I just got that visual.
Oh, I still got the blow-up doll. It was from an event. It was actually one of the people at the event. And I'm going through, I'm making out with this thing. I'm doing all kinds of absurd shit. And one of my crew is with me. And he is just being calm and collected. We go up to TSA and they're like, okay, guy, what are you doing? And about that time, I stick the blow-up doll through the scanner, and it goes down the track. And they're like, "Get this asshole out of here! Just get on the damn plane." Well, my buddy that's just acting all concerned, to himself, he's like, "Hey, okay, where do I put my stuff?" They're like, "You come here," and they just gave him hell. The drunk guy, yeah. Because I'm like, are we going to a back room? You're going to take my clothes off? All right.
Oh,
the
God.
me, and they're like,
Troublemaker.
yeah, get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here.
Oh, man.
Too funny. Yeah, you never know.
Well, like I said, anytime that the police mess with me now, I just act miserable, and they're like, okay, he's already.
My life sucks.
Yeah. They're like, our job's done here.
I
we
have
bombing?
no idea what's going on there, Clay, because I'm not living in the real world. The real world sucks. I'm not paying attention to it right now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
scary. Scary shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just checked the hockey score and my guys lost, so that's all I know.
And Bruins were on tonight. I heard the TV cranking.
Yeah. Avs lost in overtime to the Kraken. Pisses me off.
I saw a huge star tonight. I thought it was an airplane, but is there like Jupiter or Venus or Uranus?
It's Uranus. Big and white.
I'm just
It's
trying to pull
Uranus.
that joke. Uranus is so shiny. In your tidy whities.
Yeah, it's glowing. Yeah.
It's glowing.
Yep.
You got
Except for
zapped?
That spot. No, wait, that's Saturn. Never mind.
All right, I'm out of here. I gotta go to bed.
Well, thanks for
Sometimes-
coming on and brightening our program for
Well,
half a
thank you
minute.
for having me. Thanks for sharing that link. Dom
Oh.
Waka Waka.
Yeah.
Zach
yeah,
Thong.
he
What
is.
did I just walk into? I think he says that every time he comes in.
Yeah, well, because he's familiar with this show and he always manages to come in when we're saying something really stupid.
Well, it's 1 a.m. Yeah. The conversation doesn't get any smarter.
That does
You know?
not get smarter. No, we are not wicked smart.
We are here. All right. Good night. Thank you.
See ya, Lord.
Bye,
Be well.
Lori.
Bye. See you, Paul.
Bye. She's so happy and shiny. She's just wonderful.
Yeah. Must be good. It must be nice to be a good-looking woman. My wife is not hard on the eyes, and she just goes through life like, wee.
Yeah, it's all good.
Lots
Yeah.
of fairyland. People look at me, they're like, oh, go ahead, ma'am. The light, your light's red, but go ahead and go in front of me.
Yeah. It's all
Mine,
good.
they T-bone the side of me during the middle of the green light,
Yeah, exactly.
as they're yelling, die, motherfucker,
It's
die.
It's a man's world, isn't it? Yeah. It's true, brother.
Sunshine will say something. We'll be like around my friends, and she'll say something like, I just hate when it rains. I get wet, and my friends will be like, oh my God, that is pretty smart right there. What you just, I'll be like, don't encourage that shit.
I would be doing exactly what I did right there, and I get wet, and I'm like, don't say it. Don't say it. Abort.
Like Chad Freeman. With that
Chad Freeman doesn't.
instigator. He's an instigator. He'll be like, oh, Sunshine, that's a good idea. Hit him with a shoe or something.
So what is the Frankenstein treatment? Do they, attach a battery to the electrodes on your neck, or what is that exactly?
Knowing Chad is probably his nipples.
And he likes it.
Yeah. I think there's some.
How much
show-
voltage does that thing have? Crank it up a little bit. It's the weekend. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh Lord!
Chad's like, is that a battery charger or arc welder?
The villagers following you with pitchforks and torches.
He says it's from rocks being thrown at him and running to the windmill. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, I'll ask you, do you ever get the ma'am from behind? If somebody like in a restaurant or a someplace, because I've had that happen to me a number of times where it's like,
When I was
excuse me,
younger-
ma'am.
When
And
I
then
was younger, once a carload of guys went by and screamed at me. That happened. But nowadays, I mean, I'm a little bit out there. I mean, you see how I am.
Yeah, I know. I get
And
that.
in public, everybody, I'm just me. What you see right here doesn't change. So when I'm in anywhere, and it's kind of hard with like a foot long beard for from the back.
Yeah.
Even from the back, I'm probably pretty hot from the back.
This has been my experience. I've been, a couple of times. It's like, hey, ma'am, and I'll just turn. And the last time it happened, we were in Steamboat, and of course, this was, and I just said to my sister-in-law, I went, "Oh no, I've been misgendered." And she starts laughing her ass off and this clerk that said it was the kind of person that would be offended if you misgendered her. But so I turned and she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then she was just, and I'm like, "I'm fine. I don't care. I mean, call me. From the back, I probably look like a tall, sturdy gal. Okay, whatever, not offended."
Well, that's what I thought. But that's the only time I see you.
Even from the back, you look crazy. Yeah, yes. Also, both things can be true.
There's
Have a good one, Jeff. See you Friday. See you tomorrow, bro.
Like I wear like steel toe boots and like this garb. I just really don't think like I wear the pants with the pockets all in them, and sometimes I'm armed, and so that's not really something that down here in Texas they would confuse with a woman. I guess it could be maybe in Colorado, but
No.
when you see that person, you usually don't even talk to them. I don't.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm one of those kind of people that I talk to. Like when I go into a store and the clerk's sitting there like, I hate my life. I hate my life. I make a point to say something to them.
Sure.
Like, hey, what is a beautiful looking woman like you? And she'll be like 80. I'll be like, a beautiful looking woman like you in a store like this. And it will make them smile and make their day.
Of course.
And how much did it cost me?
I live to make, waiters, waitresses, clerks, whoever's day a little better if I can.
Well, especially if you see they're having a shitty day.
Yeah.
I do it every day. And now the stores I frequent, they're like, oh, here he comes. He's going to do something crazy.
Gotta have fun with it.
Yeah. So,
And if you can embarrass your wife, that's the best.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah, and Chad knows this story. I thought freaking Sunshine walked in behind me in the 7-Eleven the other day. And I totally groped this woman, dude. I totally groped her bad. So there was a hole in the floor, and I reached behind me, and I'm like, no, Sunshine's look out. And I put my hand in a really bad spot and pushed her back. And about that time I hear, excuse me. And I turned around and she was mad as hell until I was like, oh my God, I thought you were my wife. And she seen the look on my face that I was like
mortified.
I know you think I have no shame, and most of the time I have no shame.
Yeah.
But I wanted to crawl under a fucking rock.
Totally get
it. I was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. And now I've got my hand out like it has something on it. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't feel anything. I didn't do that on purpose. And then she started laughing, and she's like, we go up to the counter, and she's like, well, this guy right here behind me probably should be buying me this drink after our relationship.
At a minimum. Sorry. Yeah.
Let's just say Sunshine was not amused with the whole circumstance, but it was an accident.
Yeah. Well, last time I went to Texas, I think we flew into Austin, and we were going over to the Hill Country. We're going to visit some friends. So we get into Austin, and we get a rental car. And it was a flight, and I just was feeling like I want to be a goofball. So we're inspecting the rental car like you do, right? And he's walking me through all this, and I get down on the driver's seat, and I say, come here. What's up with this? Does this seat smell like farts to you? So the guy gets in, and he sniffs it. He goes, I don't think so. And I said, well, you know what? It's gonna when I return it. I thought my wife was like, oh, I thought she wanted to crawl under the car. And I'm like, yes, I win.
Yes. Yes,
Because you're
that's a good one.
such an idiot. I went, yeah, and you married me 30 years ago. So who's the idiot now?
My son used to actually laugh. I Sunshine doesn't really care that much, but my two daughters, they would do that. Dad, oh my God, and they still do it. And I'm not even trying to embarrass them. I'm
Yeah.
just like, they'll be
No.
like, oh hey, I'm sorry I do this. I'm a little flaky, but I got the business cards with my band on it, the pole vault thing where you just point at it and it goes up. And most of the time when we're out, if someone says, wow, that beard is crazy, and you look so crazy, and you never guess what they say. Are you in a rock band? People say it to me a lot. And I go, why, yes, I am. Here's my card. And freaking my kids will lose their mind. You would have thought I just, mooned the president or something.
Yeah.
Dad! Oh my God. Don't do it. No. Oh God, no. So, yeah. Yeah, they're not for the promotion of my kids. How does your son take to your musical life?
Both of my sons are musicians, so they're totally down with. I played with my youngest for years. He's a drummer, and taught the older one a lot of guitar, and we jammed together. So yeah, they're all cool with it. But they're not fanboys or anything. It's like, oh, Dad, you make the most amazing music. It's like
No, but that's what I want my kids to do.
Yeah, no, they were like, I like it. This is good. So they're fine.
boy
But again, it's
actually
kind of that
acted.
funny thing. They've grown up with it, and me playing the whole. So it's like, if your old man's a professional athlete or something, and like somebody's like, oh, he's good at sports ball, and the kids are like, well, yeah, whatever. It's not a big deal.
A Boyd asked me one time, he's like, how did you get 6 likes in like 10 minutes after you put a video down? I said, well, you do the math. I got 8 grandkids and 4 kids. Okay.
Somebody liked it.
Well, no, I mean, I'm like, that means about 10 of them are getting Christmas freaking presents. That's what it freaking means. That's what it means.
Yeah.
You better get on there and like grandpa's
Yeah.
and you gain and follow favor with, like, one of my daughters will be like, you know what, Dad, that video that you and Mom made the other day, it was really pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good. And I'll be like, oh, you know who's getting a good Christmas present this year?
Yeah. Well played,
Yeah.
daughter.
Yes, and I know she's doing it.
Yeah. Well, again, she's been a little girl. She's been manipulating you since she was born. So.
Oh yes, they do. Oh,
Don't have any daughters, so.
yeah. My experiences with raising girls and boys, the girls are sweethearts when they're young, and the boys are assholes. And then when the boys grow up, they're your buddies. And then the girls grow up and tear your freaking heart out and let you see it beating in front of you. So, well, you never want, no one's ever good enough for your daughter.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And your sons all got lucky.
Yeah. Yes, I taught them enough deception techniques. Here's how to sell yourself.
Oh, no. I'm just like, oh, God, thank you, lady, for taking my son.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is the thing, because women are fools. Women have terrible taste in men, thank God. Say, my love can fix him. Well, you say that, sweetheart. Good luck.
I used to be the guy that girls would punish their father with.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife calls him the handyman special, Well, a coat of paint and change the floor. I can fix this guy. Well, maybe.
And my dad's not giving me attention. Dad, this is pole vault, my boyfriend pole vault.
Yeah.
What?
Got my attention now. Oh, too funny.
Yeah. And that was really a crazy thing, though. Sunshine's dad, when he first met me, he was like, oh, I hate you. I hate you. After about 2 years, he was like, "You hunt, fish, take care of the kids, married my daughter. You have a full-time job."
You're all right.
Yeah.
You stay around.
Yeah. So it turned, but you know, like I said, you're always. I've always been very protective of my daughters, though.
Sure. Oh, had I had daughters, yeah. The football coach, come on over. Well,
Yeah.
my late father-in-law, he was the district judge down in the southern part of the state. So, I got to meet the judge. That wasn't intimidating.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I go in there, and of course I went to school down there. So the first time I met him, we were chatting, and he goes, "You don't look familiar. Have I ever seen you in my courtroom?" And I said, "No, sir. I have never been in your courtroom." He goes, "That's good."
Oh shit.
So we got off to a good start, and then I fixed his wife's dishwasher. So from then on, my shit didn't stink. They loved me until the moment they passed. I was the favorite son-in-law, and it weren't close.
Well, you have to take a new level when your father-in-law is a judge. You gotta. That would be a new level.
Yeah, it's yeah, yes, sir.
The air getting a little thin in there. I'll be like,
Well, I didn't. Well, again, I was always good at talking to the cops, so I never was in his courtroom. Not that I couldn't have been, but I wasn't.
I always got in trouble. I was that guy, and it came from my thing of not telling on people. They'd be like, "Whose grass is this?" "Not mine." I'd be like, "Dude, it's yours, you fucking idiot." "Not mine, not mine, not mine." "Well, it's this guy's car, so it's his." I'm like, "You got to be freaking kidding me." I mean, and some of these people were my family.
Yeah, well, that's always better.
Yeah, I'm like, "Hey,
No, I
man."
was like always right next door to Big Trouble, but it somehow just I saw it. I was kind of involved, but it didn't stick on me for whatever reason.
It was always stupid shit. One time we were on some hallucinogenics, I will say, and this was a long time ago, and we were riding on the roof of the car going down the road, and the cop pulled us over as we're on the roof of said car and says, "Hey, I tell y'all what, I'm gonna make y'all a deal. Y'all just let me go through this car and find your beer and your weed or whatever you got in here, whatever's making you do this dumb shit. And if y'all don't have anything, I'm gonna let you go." And of course, we didn't have anything because we didn't need to have anything. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I was in space while he was just like, "Okay, empty your pockets." And you could see the look on his face. He was actually ripping out parts of the car. And he's like, "There is no way. There is no drugs in this car. Look at the way they're acting. Let me smell your breath." And he was like, "Okay, follow my finger." Chris, I could see the bone inside of his finger. I had X-ray vision. I was like,
Okay, Dad, I got you.
and he let us go, man. I was like, wow. And we just stood there. After he pulled off, we were just standing in the middle of a baseball parking lot, just like, did that just happen?
We just wow. We're not taking a ride downtown.
But it was in the country, and
Yeah.
it wasn't like we were going in the middle of Detroit on the top of the car or anything. We were like on a dirt road, but still I mean, can you imagine what he thought when he pulled behind us?
Yeah.
There was like 3 of us on the roof of a Toyota Corolla. And they don't look like they do nowadays.
No, they were tiny back then.
Yeah, and one time my buddy came over, picked us up in that same Toyota Corolla, and was like, I got a score to settle. And we're like, okay. We get in the car, me and my cousin. He has 2 motorcycle helmets for us inside the car. We put the car on, and he goes over to his girlfriend's house, and this guy was inside with his girlfriend, and we'll just say they were sleeping in said house, and he just packs that Toyota Corolla up and just starts smashing into this guy's Trans Am, and we're like, bam! We got the helmets on and stuff. And after he runs into it about 3 times, the guy comes out, I'm gonna kick your ass. And we didn't take the helmets off, and we went to the local arcade and went in with the helmets on. And like I said, it was a different time.
Yeah, see, Dennis, Paul would know. He's a preacher's kid. That's how that works.
Yeah. No, see, and that was the thing. That was the preconceived notion, man.
Yeah, well, that's it. The kids ended up living to because that was the expectation.
I can't tell you how many times I got in trouble, and they beat you at school. They beat you with a paddle at our school.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was old school. I mean, I was down in Oklahoma when I was young, and yeah, that's how it was.
And we called them pops. How many pops did you get? How many licks did you get? But I can't tell you how many times I got my butt tore off for things I didn't do, which just made me think, shit, I may as well do it.
Getting in trouble, might as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way that rolled. I think, but to the credit, I got a really nice ass nowadays.
You know what? I'm just going to take your word for it.
Yeah, this is tone therapy or something, man.
Yeah, well, we all have our little delusions. It's fine. I get it.
I don't even know if that's a good thing. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know, man. I don't know what women look at nowadays. Because I always thank Sunshine. I'm like, I really thank you a lot because you do things for me I certainly would not do for you. So she's going to wake up in the morning and watch this and have a hemorrhage. But there you go.
There you have it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have been going exactly 3 hours and 29 minutes. And we've talked about a bunch of stuff, and it was cool. And I think this would be a good time to shut her down and say goodnight. I'd like to thank everybody over in the chat for sharing your life experiences, things that are going on with you, giving us something to laugh at, you guys laughing along with us. That's what this show is all about, just hanging out and chatting a little bit. So thank you, everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming tonight. Thank you to our guest, Pole Vault from Dallas, Texas, for coming on and hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And on behalf of
in this show.
Yeah, exactly. On behalf of Dom and Pole and all the people in the chat, we'll see you all next Thursday. And of course, we'll see you on karaoke tomorrow night with Chad and Conspiracy. Have a great night, everybody. Be well.